Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome, episode 39, Fuel for My Fire podcast. I've also just realised I don't think I've ever said the Bristol Metal Quarter, because we're part of the Metal Quarter. Anyway, I'm here, Jin's here, obviously.
Hello.
We're joined by our special guests, Killian and Ben from Epimetheus. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming along. Thank you for joining us.
Happy to be here.
Some of you may recognise Ben Squared, as we were calling you in the previous interview. You know, with your different hat on, with Epimetheus.
Yes, different band time.
Yeah.
I would probably say first band time, right?
First band. I don't want to. Don't put me on the spot and make me prioritise my band. This band was formed first.
That's what I was going for. That's what I meant.
OG band.
Pick one now.
So yes, thank you very much for coming. We're excited to have you. For those that listened to the last episode, we obviously mentioned that we're going to have you. You've very kindly given us your new album, which we'll go into in a while to listen to. And even better is you're doing your launch show the day this comes out. So everyone buy a ticket if you haven't already. Go see these guys. It's going to be awesome. Based on what I've heard from the album, it's going to kick ass. Oh, anywho, how are we all doing? How's everyone in this lovely Thursday?
Good.
I mean, I've existed. The album has just been
Everything.
Yeah.
We've been very albumy lately. I mean,
Real.
I literally finished work and then I do a lot of weird practice things.
Okay.
So today I played, because at the launch show we're playing the album in full.
Yeah.
And I played the album in full while walking on the treadmill that I have at home.
Good effort.
So when we play, you're going to be just walking.
Well, no, like I find that like
Very long lead.
if you make the practice harder than the gig will be,
Yeah, that's good logic.
then when you take the things that make it harder away, it's this is actually really easy.
I
So,
can
you
have
know,
fun now.
And
Yeah.
it's walking on the treadmill while you're playing at a different pace to the pulse of the music,
You're
is-
concentrating two things.
and it's sort of, you kind of have to separate what you're moving and the music that you're playing in your mind, and that I find helps me to get the music in my head better.
Were you able to play your own stuff without screwing it up while on a treadmill?
The point of it is not necessarily to play it perfectly.
Okay.
It's sort of vaguely to be in the right place.
And not faceplant.
The articulation sometimes is a little bit iffy because it's hard to walk and do some intricate picking at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's why. Or sometimes I practice in the dark. Or,
Do you do the vocals as well?
Yeah.
Similarly?
Particularly with some of the tracks on the album that are quite harmony-y. If I'm walking on the treadmill and I'm singing the harmonies, trying to keep my voice steady, which obviously it isn't going to be fully with
Bobbing up and down.
But then again, when you put me standing still at the microphone, doing it for real,
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully be better. Yeah, and I pay somebody to throw beer at me when I practice guitar.
I think I'm for that one.
Dodging pints.
At least it poured for you, I suppose, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
The worst of the bottle came at you.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, shall we go towards where do you want to start? Album or... No, let's start with the beginning. Epimetheus. Tell us about the beginning of Epimetheus and your story, where you've come from and...
So me and Ben met about 400,000 years ago
Yes.
when we were in university.
in ancient Egypt.
In ancient Egypt. the Birmingham part of ancient Egypt.
Oh, yeah. Know it well, yeah.
Yeah. So we were
in the 2014 dynasty.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
good.
ancient Egypt,
Solid dynasty to be around.
we I was like playing like the open mics, like randomly, like just playing like acoustic songs, singing. Terrible, I cannot sing. So Ben I met through like the Rock Society, as in rock music.
Not the pyramid.
Not
Rock.
the pyramids.
No.
There's loads of guys going on about that. It was really a lot. God, over the pyramids, for fuck's sake. But,
Listen to this instead. It's from people dying.
You heard
Come on.
Electric Wizard. It's great. And they're just like, listen, I'm lifting a big cube of stone. This is a true story, by the way. So we we met in the Rock Society, and we had vaguely similar interests, and we both wanted to be in a band in uni. And so we formed a band that was for a while a classic rock covers band, because our tastes were in that zone at the time a little bit more, and it's also a little bit easier to get gigs if you're doing like pub stuff and like uni.
Other than this pub,
people are happy to find like that's a bit different here, but
yeah,
people are happy to have you do sort of a whole lot of love, and like you were down a whole pint during a performance of Whole Lot of Love.
The way on the regular. Down inside, and then you hit the big chords. I would down the pint, and we do the scream, and we go back in. It was quite a good stage move.
It was a good stage move, not very repeatable, and just sort of a bit cheesy and bad by the sort of fifth time.
And I did it way more than 5 times.
And then post uni, we like all graduated in like 2017, 18. We wanted to keep going. We did. The band name had become Mandalorian, which at the time was an obscure piece of Star Wars lore, and then became a Disney property in its entirety. So we were like, well, we have to fuck that off.
That's not true. Tell the full story.
Yeah, okay, well, we had our merch on Redbubble, and then we got an email just being like, no. From Disney, like signed Disney, just, not quite, but it was like, by the way, all your shit's been taken down. So we were like, okay, well, this is going to be untellable. If we want to get any more traction, like there's no way. So
did you think it was legit when you saw that come true?
It was, basically, because
like,
it was an automated email from like at redbubble.com. It's like, you've had a takedown notice. We weren't like, and we'd seen that the show had gotten big, and we thought something like that might happen.
Yeah,
because Disney are famously
and they're
pretty
shit hot in it.
Pretty
it was
hot
only a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's a real shame, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it's crazy when you think about it. Their algorithms or people they're paying or whatever. Like people are searching for this stuff, and they happen to stumble across you guys, and you're like, nope, fuck that. Nope, not having that.
Yeah, we got a lot of plays.
The
stats for voice-activated plays were really high.
Okay.
Because
in Latin America.
Well, because unrelatedly, no, in the US as well. Because people would say to their Alexa, play The Mandalorian, and it would come to our Spotify.
Nice.
So that's not streaming fraud. That was an accident. I'm looking at you, lawyers.
You mouse.
Don't come to us.
Change our name, right?
We changed our name
we
for
changed
you.
our name for you. And then kind of slightly coincidentally, like, lockdown happened, so we obviously stopped for ages. And then when we came back, I moved back to Bristol.
You didn't try the whole play over online thing?
No. We
just wanted to drink in your underpants instead.
Yeah. I did do that a lot.
Yep, who didn't?
It was an opportunity for a bit of a fresh start, like sound-wise. Like we had moved away from like the classic rock stuff to sort of like fun, doomy stoner stuff.
Yeah.
But then when we came back, it was like, okay, we've got like a different sound. I'd gotten a new guitar that was a baritone. I could tune it differently.
Nice.
And I brought that to practice, and we kind of developed a slightly new sound. And then like that was in 21, 22.
21. I think we played our first gig as a 3-piece under the name Epimetheus in 2021. And we didn't
September,
play again for a whole year.
Yeah.
And
so you got the cease and desist, then COVID happened.
Yeah.
So you just completely stopped.
Yeah.
Completely stopped.
You rebranded basically.
Rebranded, kept like one song.
Yeah.
Machete Zilla, which is about a big lizard that cuts the world in half. If you're going to keep one of the songs, keep that one. It's a crowd pleaser.
I can imagine so.
Yeah. We came back. We got turned on to the We Need Bands guys, and they had us play a few gigs, and it was like, oh, this is like a good network of like loads of local bands who are all kind of like actually kind of
trying to do stuff,
and like playing gigs consistently in good venues, which they're obviously in abundance in Bristol.
We are lucky,
and it's fantastic.
And then through playing some shows with We Need Bands, we played one at the Crown. I don't even know if they do gigs at the Crown anymore.
That's changed so much.
Tiny little room at the bottom.
It
not as small as
so much of we. Oh my fucking God. Right next to the Jacks, and clearly just like the urinals just probably had a pipe that went under the stage.
It did, and it was the warmest place in the whole world, and it also stank of wee. It was terrible.
Warm and smelling a piss back on.
But John from We Need Bands obviously liked what he heard, because he then got us a headline show at the Exchange Basement
Yep.
in sort of December 2022, which we played with Anorak
Yeah.
as support, who
Yeah.
of course
History
became
an important moment in
Ben's other
in
band.
his, yeah.
in this game,
Yeah, that
yes.
was-
Ben's other band.
that was how I met Milo.
Yeah.
And then he started up the competition that he runs every year, the Underdog.
It's currently running, actually.
Which is currently
Yeah, yeah.
running, yeah.
that.
Although it was a smaller scope the couple of years that we did it.
We did
Yeah,
the
okay.
micro dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where there were 12 heats in the finals.
I think it was
at
because it was
Thekla.
like coming back slowly post-COVID. I think.
No, 6 heats in the
Yeah.
finals at Thekla,
Right.
whereas there's 12 heats.
And the finals
The
are
semi-finals are at Thekla, and the finals
Finals
are the
are at
O2,
That's pretty cool, though.
which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
And it went really well for him last year. I'm really pleased that he's
Yeah.
brought the big competition back. And back to I'm
Back to-
going to
speaking
keep
about
it on
other
myself. Actually, we just thought, let's give the competition a go,
Yeah.
As a Doom band, as you do.
as you two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of were like, we'll go for this.
See what happens.
We'll see what happens. We're not expecting to be. We're definitely not the most accessible band on the slate. We're not the longest in the tooth bands on the slate. We're not the most like polished. And weirdly, I think some of those did work in our favor because we managed to get through our heat, which was very exciting. And we were like, okay, cool. We get to play Thekla. We'll get to the final. That's fantastic. Big, like probably the biggest stage was Thekla at that point. We played some bigger stages out of like. In Birmingham once we had a random support slot with the band Space,
Yeah.
but that was a bit of a we need somebody on while the bouncers let in the crowds to see the actual gig.
Right.
There was a bit of a different situation, but
Yeah.
this like
It's still a cool
it's
opportunity,
still a cool opportunity, but this was like properly like people there to see us, and we got it work. We did a bunch of the stuff. Like John obviously encourages people to do like other stuff like alongside just play the gig well,
Which
like
earn
the
you
social,
points,
which-
like getting you ready for Thekla, or
like some
or
social
whatever.
media stuff and like crowd engagement.
And we
which
worked
is-
super hard on that,
yeah.
and we played a good set, and we.
I mean,
brought
that's
lot
a
of
win-win all
people.
around, though, because the more support you do, the
it
more
taught
you
us-
put into it, you know.
It taught
yeah.
us so much, and that's the thing that I really like about the Weenie Bands competition, which I don't necessarily, before this year at least, I don't necessarily think Metal to the Masses does explicitly.
Yeah.
Is like John really encourages you through the challenges that he sets before the final to sort of develop the other aspects of being a musician.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Everyone here can play music, so you
yeah,
need to.
we all know that we're decent bands.
Yeah.
Let's see how you do with like the creative side of things, like making the projection that goes behind you while you're playing, looking at your social media and your marketing strategy,
And actually
stuff,
getting people
that
to
sort of stuff,
engage.
you know, and,
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. And
pretty cool.
I really like that aspect of his competitions.
It's called Underdog now, right?
Yeah. And I think they're about halfway through the heats this year.
They are, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a great competition. I really think that he does a lot of good, does John, for the scene.
Yeah.
So we won that.
As you do.
As you do.
Yeah.
We knew we were going to do it. No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's what I think is like it's a really genre diverse thing. It isn't just obviously Metal to the Masses is metal, and
Yeah.
to some degree you're not judged on like how metal you are, but like if you aren't that metal, you're not going to do very well.
Yeah.
Whereas we were putting together a set of like, how do we make sure if anyone's kind of coming along and isn't massively into like super heavy music, how do we make sure that they don't like leave as we do
Yeah.
like sweet pop arpeggios for 10 minutes, which we obviously don't do anyway, but like, you know what I mean, in terms of making it not super accessible for the sake of it, but
I know what you
having a
mean.
hook in there for like, oh, maybe I don't.
Someone who might
Like-
be there for indie would listen and kind of go, actually,
be like,
that's
okay,
pretty
there's
good.
some interesting guitar textures going on, which is always something we're thinking about. But
How
I
was it
think-
judged?
it's 50% audience, 50% judges. Was it or was
It
it?
was
I can't remember what it was the year we did it.
50% judges scores, 25 audience votes, 25 the scores from the challenges he set
Right,
before the
okay.
final.
Okay.
Something like that.
But everyone had the same challenges, right? So
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
also
That's quite fair, I like
so
that.
all of the challenges were the same.
That's
all
cool.
the bands had equal opportunity. You know, you get given a brief, you get given an example of like somebody who's done it well in the past, and then it's
Yeah.
how bad do you want
really
it? Go
is-
get it.
Yeah,
yeah,
basically.
How bad do you want it? And we wanted it a lot.
Even though you didn't know you did.
Yeah, well, we were like, well, we might as well like go completely hard for this because we, as I said, like as the kind of music we make, we were like, we've managed to get through a heat of a battle of the bands.
So clearly people like us.
Clearly, and we were confident in like the material and like us as a trio. We were like, yeah, you know, there is room because we are a 3-piece and we take an approach of, which I'm sure we will bang on and on about in this interview, of like leaving room for like space tonally to have like, it's really obvious what Ben is doing all the time. It's really obvious what I'm doing all the time. It's really obvious what James is doing all the time. We're not just trying to be like, okay, it's all out like sonic assault. It's like, okay, we can work with that to make something that fits into whatever we're doing.
Very
we can
good,
move it around. And yeah, it turned out to be like, okay, this is like gratifying and it's super great, like a learning experience to do all those things, because even if we tried extremely hard and didn't win, we would have still learned the same stuff. Yeah. Really from it of
which is only a good thing to have anyway.
Here's how to get people down to a show if you are a band that hasn't got that like kind of already in the bag.
Yeah.
Like if you've got a big following and you know you put tickets online and they're going to go, that's one thing. But like, how do you get to that point?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which is
and
really
you can't
hard
take it
to
for
learn.
granted.
Yeah, like, absolutely not.
Really hard thing.
A lot of venues and places will give you a chance and kind of go, yeah, sure, crack on.
Yeah.
And you know, you might go, oh, we'll do it, and 2 people show up. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
But
And
what you need is those 2 people to go and go, these guys are fucking awesome. They give it everything, and next time there'll be 20 people there.
Yeah, it is also it's instructive about like the rest of the Weenie Band stuff of like we recorded an album and we took a year to make it basically because it was about in like 2024 September we like did the actual recording sessions.
Yeah,
but in that time,
long ago?
yeah, it was that long ago. In that time, we kept on playing gigs and everything because it's like, and when we announced it, it was like, oh, you guys who I've seen fuckloads of times.
Yeah.
Are doing an album. That's great to know. Because in Bristol you can have a presence without having too much recorded music out there. We had the EP out, but like that was very much it was somewhere between like an official release and like is it fair to say like a demo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
you could say most EPs are kind of demo.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And it kind of
not in, I guess
it
in
was
the same
kind
way
of the web. So we did the EP before we did the Underdog. So that
Right.
I think the EP came out in like 2022 maybe.
Yeah.
And we literally it kind of ended up being a bit of a dry run for how we recorded the album.
Yeah.
We literally piled ourselves into a practice room in Pirate Studios.
Yep.
We had a mic on the drum kit. No, we had a mic on the kick drum, a mic on the snare, one overhead drum mic, a mic on the guitar cab, a mic on the bass cab, and we played the songs
Yeah.
in the room. And
Very Black Sabbath in style
then,
there, isn't
yeah,
it?
that's and then obviously you overdub the vocals, but that's what you always overdub.
For the EP, we didn't overdub the guitar solos, which was
No, we
fucking
didn't.
bonkers.
No, we didn't.
So if I fucked up on the guital solo, the rest of the take was fine. That was it in the bin.
Yeah.
Which is why like the Machete Zilla solo on that is like pure chaos. But,
Yeah. And I guess so. Like the songs that are on the album, which is of course where we are now, they kind of have been drawn from throughout our history actually, because you know one of the closing track of the album, Terraform, the first version of that song was written when we were Mandalorian.
Right. Okay.
2017.
2017 we wrote that.
You've been holding on to this for a while then.
Yes.
We rewrote the start of it because we came back to it and thought we really like the end of this track, but the start we're not as keen on.
There's always that thing though, isn't it? Like you write something, as soon as you write it, you don't like it anymore. It's just like, oh, this could be better. And the longer you sit in it, the more you'll change it and go.
And the more you play it live as well. We had that with a lot of stuff of just like, oh, maybe people are getting a bit bored during this section. Can we shorten
Maybe
it?
shorten
or
it,
like
or,
people
yeah.
really like this section. Let's do that for twice as long.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
And then Calling is already out. It's on the
Yeah.
EP, but we re-recorded it because we really liked it and we wanted to give. We'll talk about the recording process in a moment, I guess. But like, we wanted to give it
a better shakeout. Of,
more.
I like
do
when
it
bands
justice.
do that actually. That you know, you still have some of the original stuff come through onto the full release because it shows your history. It kind of shows this song's important to us. We wrote it. We really liked it. We've changed it, and now we've put it onto the actual proper record. I think that's a really cool thing to do.
And then a couple of the tracks came out of jamming and practicing while we were doing the Underdog.
Nice.
A couple of the songs existed around that time that we won, and we did think briefly about recording them for the single that we got to record for winning that competition. We were like, no, we're gonna sit on them and wait, which I'm glad we did. Glad we did in the end because they got road tested so many times playing them live, and and they're better now. And then a couple of them, it was a little bit tricky near the end of the sessions or the writing process over a year and a half or so. So like, we aren't a very good band at writing when we have to.
Yeah. It's like, write something. I can't.
Which I don't is something that astounds me about the Vulture God guys, because they just, will come to a practice and Fisher
just
will
start
be
writing.
like, here's a song that I wrote, and Milo's like, here's a song that I wrote, and I'm like, this would
Give me a while.
This would take Epimetheus 4 or 5 months to write this track, and we would all have to be there for every single point of the.
Yeah.
It's
we can't do it.
Written like in a very democratic, very like protracted. Like we've all kind of got to be on board with it. There's no band's leader. So
I like that too.
It's a fucking good thing that we're.
You think. No, there is no band.
Yeah,
there is no band.
And it's a good thing.
Clearly
that
not either of you two.
Yeah, there's an odd number of us as well, because if there was an even number of us, we'd be fucked.
Because then,
we'd be impasses left, right, and centre. But we have to, at some point somebody gets overruled, and we go, okay, we keep going with this idea, and it always kind of shakes out to something that we all three of us agree is like, okay, we are all happy doing this.
Yeah.
But it takes us some time to get there, and it's nice. It's a good band to be in, basically.
Who's the most stubborn of you then?
Ben is. Ben is absolutely the most stubborn.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think we all have our moments where we all have been like hardline on like absolutely fuck this, and you can make your case in that environment. But like, yeah, it's a very different working environment to like going home, bringing songs in from home, and being like, hey, we are playing this, and I've got all the parts, and
yeah, I've done it all already.
Yeah. As you said, there is a bit of a, I don't know, we want to capture that thing of band in the room, and that includes the writing as well.
Yeah.
Of like, we never get full Grateful Dead on it, but we will go into like slightly jammier sections where we're all playing off each other, and that's really hard to write. You can't just be like, if I'm hearing them doing that, and then something comes naturally to like, I don't know, over like a drum and a bass like thing where you're like noodling together.
And the discussion in the room at the
like,
time as we're writing the track would be
we're
like,
all screaming at each other.
That bit's going to be a bit chaotic, isn't it? Yes, okay, right, next part.
Love it. Rewind a little bit, because we're going into the album. So you got through the heats.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting to. Happy days. Straight to semis, I guess. Then was next.
Oh well, no, because it was
Microdog. There was no semi-finals.
It was straight to the
Oh,
final.
straight to final.
Straight to the final.
So playing Tekla.
Play Thekla.
That's pretty cool.
It was
very
pretty cool.
cool.
I remember. I don't remember a lot of it, to be fair. It was because we'd worked so hard in the lead up to it that like I was stressing so much about it. I'd had dreams about it for months. I was.
You're a bit of a warrior by the sounds of it.
Slightly, yeah. And then got on stage and as he was walking off the stage, Cray from Liquid State, who was the stage manager, tripped over one of my leads, which pulled
broke the lead
into the pedal board and broke the lead. And so the first like 30 seconds of the song, the bass was cutting out, but fortunately Cray noticed what had happened.
And
ran onto the song, replaced the lead. Ran onto the stage, replaced the lead, and then we were dandy again. But
did it throw you?
That was it threw me a lot. But that was actually the moment that I most remember.
Not winning.
No.
Just because the sheer panic of shit.
Well, and I do remember the first couple of songs. I felt very nervous, and I think if you watch the video, exists online somewhere, and I think I probably look a bit tense.
And we raced through the songs and through the transitions.
For a doom band, that's not good.
Yeah.
No. And then the third song of the 4-song set that we played, which was we wrote to fill. The sets were 20 minutes.
Right.
And we had 3 songs we really wanted to play, and that added up to 18 minutes. And we thought, how are we gonna? 2 minutes is a shit gap to plug.
Yeah.
How are we gonna to do that? We'll just write a 2-minute song. That's exactly 2 minutes.
The fastest thing we've ever written as well.
And then so we played that one, came third in the set, and mosh pit started. At which point I was like, oh, people are actually really enjoying this.
What the fuck has happened?
Nobody appears to have noticed that.
There was a minor technical issue for
right
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Funny that people don't actually.
And
give
I
that
relaxed
much
into
shit,
it. And
Awesome.
It was really it was amazing.
So the 2-minute song that you wrote just on a whim stole the show for you.
it certainly rescued that show for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There you go. So
Yeah.
maybe it doesn't always have to take 6 months to write a song.
No, maybe it doesn't. maybe.
Hump day. Our process.
So then they announced you won. Like,
Announced we won.
fantastic. And then what happened?
So we got to record the single. We recorded the 2-minute song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, that's on. It's on Spotify now. It's called "Alone He Guards This House," and it was an
We should add
important.
it to our playlist.
It was an important song for us. It's been phased out of the live set for a while. It probably won't come back in
Okay.
because it was kind of a bit of a means to an end, really. But it's still.
It was a plug, literally.
I still
Yeah.
quite like it. I still quite like it as a track, but we've definitely moved on as songwriters since.
Yeah.
Why did you pick that song over the other 3 that you had?
Because the other ones that we had in the set all existed on the EP
Right.
at the time.
So you'd already recorded it.
Yeah.
And I think Coalesce definitely existed from the album. We'd written that one. I think maybe Perseus 9 existed as well in a very rough format. And we were like, should we record these? And we decided they weren't ready. And it's like, well, okay, so that one was the only one that wasn't anywhere and existed in a full enough form to actually do the recording of.
Yeah, and we wanted to... And we knew the other ones could have a bit more time in the oven and be like a bit more fully formed. And yeah, I think also as well, like when we did the EP, we were like, this is the main way that we do want to record, even though we made it a bit more sensible for the album. Like it was time in a real studio. The air quotes don't need to be there.
It's a real.
Orchard Studios is a real studio.
Orchard Studios is a real actual studio. It was time in a real studio. But what we liked about the EP that we kept for the album was going into a practice room and having that time of like, we have this room for the entire time and we don't need to do different bits over each other. We do everything in one go at the same time, which isn't how like actual studios will encourage you to do things unless they have a really big live room that is set up for that. And like it wasn't the approach that we took for that single because it didn't quite make sense for that single, but for like those longer songs where you want that, like as you said, the very Black Sabbath first couple of albums thing of just like
straight
go in
the studio,
do the things,
put it in the studio, play the song, you're done.
And you don't need to do the 400 layers of guitar stuff because as I think you kind of mentioned this when you're talking about Perseus 9 on this podcast, it's like the guitars sound bigger if there's less of them, and if there's less layers, the more things you add to it, the more like squished it gets, and it's just like
couldn't agree with you more.
It's like salami as opposed to anything else. Why did I
I was going to say that.
Little hungry, perhaps.
That's where you, the vegetarian, are going with that.
It's like salami, it's compressed, you know. That's why.
And salami is the first thing that came to your mind.
as opposed to is where I lost the train. What's on the other end of this?
Where were you going with it?
For dinner, apparently.
Over to you.
Thanks. It's like salami rather than lots of salami squashed together. Good, I'm glad we did that.
It's like salami as opposed to Salome, the Oscar Wilde play.
Something you really don't want to get wrong.
Yeah, no.
Sitting there kind of going, I was expecting food.
So where do we get to in the history of the band?
So recorded the song, Salami.
And then we did a little tour that John helped us book.
Yeah.
Was that as a part of the prize?
Yeah, that was part of the prize.
Cool.
I'm not sure what he's doing for the prizes this year, actually, but it certainly was part of the prize again last year and the year before.
Where did you play?
We played in... He got us a gig in Newport that was really cool at the Pit. The Pit, yes. That's a great venue. Got us one in Bath at Moles just before it closed down.
Cool.
Oh, R.I.P. Moles. What a venue.
I know,
What a
right?
venue.
It was so cool. It was such a... We played with... It was a bit of a more mainstream bill. We played with Blank Atlas, which is some of those guys share members with Mother Vulture. It's certainly their bass player is also in Blank Atlas, and then Hamasha, who are like alt rock. Cool. They're lovely people. They're a really good band.
Really great bands,
And then we opened for them.
So it was great. Multi-genre bills.
Multi-genre bills.
Kind of goes back to saying earlier, though, like you're going to have the hooks in there to captivate those crowds too.
We played Swindon on the tour. What was it called? Deprivation Fest.
Deprivation Fest, yeah.
My sat-nav always calls it Swindon. It's the best thing ever. Sorry, everyone lives in Swindon. You're forever Swindon.
We got a bill. We got a show in Bristol at the Croft.
Nice.
When it was the Crofters' Rights, we played in the smaller of the two rooms, which now doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Bring that back though.
No, I think it.
I like the setup now.
It works better as a pub without the stupid room.
Because you'll be there. I'm here for a gig, and they'll be like, "This gig," and you're like,
We played another show. Oh, Worcester. We played in Worcester.
The furthest one, was it? Or?
Yeah. It was quite southwest based, but it's still it's still other places, which is cool.
That's very good.
That cafe's closed now as well. What was it
we played it. Yeah, we played it in Swindon. The one in Worcester. The cafe is called Paradiddles.
Yes, that's now gone. I think
it's gone. It's gone.
Shame.
We played Swindon and Bath on the same day.
We did.
Good effort.
We were the first ever band that played at Deprivation Fest. I think he's done it twice now.
No, we were the second day, so we were the first band of that.
Oh yeah, because they had a small show the first day headlined by a Meshuggah tribute band, which is quite cool.
Nice.
Milk and Two Sugars.
Spell how you
love it.
Yeah,
we opened the second day of the festival, and then we loaded all the gear into the car, and then we went and played in Bath in the evening.
Good effort.
Yeah. So it's a lovely summer's day as well, and it was a lovely drive, and then we were like, all right, back into a dingy room.
Time to go and be sweaty again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very rock star moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Playing festival in the morning, pack up and go and play another venue that evening.
Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, it was a really good gig. R.I.P. Moles. That was
Which one was better? The morning?
The afternoon was... The Moles was way better.
Yeah. First band on at a festival is
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. We were like, we'll play a song by a band from Swindon as a cover. That'll be fun. People will really like that. They didn't care. Especially because the only band from Swindon that we could find was XTC, and we're like, all right, we'll do Making Plans for Nigel then. And we, by Making Plans for Nigel, we
did a doom metal version
completely
of Making
bastardized
Plans
it.
for Nigel.
We like to do that with songs.
Yeah.
Like in the last sort of year or so, we also made a doom metal version of Song 2 by Blur, which
people really liked.
Yeah, they liked it. They liked it more than the Making Plans for Nigel cover, that's for sure.
Yeah, I liked the Making Plans for Nigel cover. Nobody else did. I thought it was good. There was some good moments in it.
How long did you make the Song 2 cover?
That was like 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes. The woohoo with the riff underneath bits, we slowed it down very much.
Like 50% speed. Yeah,
nice.
A
lot of time for that.
Which increased the overall length of the track. But the singy bits were exactly the same length.
Yeah. It's just all the plugs in between.
Yeah. And now we're going to do a riff at you again.
Because we like the riff, and you're going to listen to it for 2 minutes. It is, to be fair.
It's a good riff.
Solid.
And then, so after we finished that, we had a little bit of a break because it had been a lot. And then we sort of were like, after a couple of months, we were like, right, album. And that was at the tail end of 2023.
Yeah. Spent a year kind of just like gigging around and like getting the songs like album ready. We did over 2024. We just kind of played the odd local show, wrote as much as we could, and then we were like, okay, we're ready.
2024.
Yeah.
And here we are in 26, about to do the album launch.
About to do that. It's been. It feels surreal actually because it's been so long since we recorded it over that weekend where we piled into a studio again, this time with a few more mics, so that we could record the drums a little bit better, have more mics dotted around in the room to just record the whole sound, so that like the bleed between all the microphones is like,
it's the glue for everything, because if you like for our sounds, like if you have everything like really separate, it sounds a bit. It's such like weird guitar and bass tones that if you separate them out completely from the room they're being played in, it sounds really artificial and too fuzzy and too fizzy. And
when it is, and it kind of, we're a bit of a weird band in that regard because like
we're just a bit kooky, a bit crazy,
we're just so different,
I mean, and amazing. And have we mentioned that?
There's nothing wrong with that. Like, before we get into the album, like, how would you describe your style? Because I think you hit a few of the keywords I would describe you as well. Kind of fuzzy, quirky, doomy, bit grungy, slightly progressive in areas.
Yeah, I think there's sort of a... Killian and I particularly are big fans of shoegaze as well as doom, and so like
which have a lot of sort of similar goals.
That kind of some of the more atmospheric sections of the album are very much informed by sort of bands like Deftones with their sort of wider
big Deftones
moments.
influence.
Bands like My Bloody Valentine we really love. A lot of those kinds of bands inform some of the slightly more washy sections of the album. But they do kind of marry together quite well, I think, because both genres want to make a sound that's quite wide. It's expansive and it fills wherever it is that you're playing it. It makes if you shut your eyes, and I think the guitarist of My Bloody Valentine described it well once, and he was like, it's like an infinite horizon, that optical illusion, except that with sound there is no end. It actually can go on forever, and that's kind of what we want to do. And I think that doom metal does that in a way, with all of the guitars and all the fuzz and all of the and then shoegaze does that with slightly twinklier, slightly sort of more reverb drenched stuff. And I like to do both.
It's a good combo. It works really well,
and that kind of smushes together to sort of be. I guess we like to call ourselves a doom band. I think maybe you could make an argument that it's more like stoner metal than doom metal.
I was going to say that when we kind of went to the album, like there is definitely a stoner, spacey kind of doom vibe going on, plus stuff.
Because we all are big like Sleep fans, like for instance, and
I like Sleep too.
They're like fantastic bands, and
do it every night.
I do it every day.
12 hours.
If only.
12. 12 listens of Dope Smoke.
Nice.
But yeah, like they obviously have like the spacey and expand, especially on the like the sciences. Like they go places. Like they sort of look upwards a bit with their sort of how much the guitar solo will go on a journey that feels very sort of here we go this way, as opposed to like it's a little snippet. It's a sort of okay, the rocket is kind of launching in this kind of musically. Whereas and like obviously Boris as well, who are arguably as much of a shoegaze band as they are a doom band. Like
very true.
Very, very loads and loads of albums. One of them is just basically like sounds like a slow dive album being made by a doom band, which is amazing. And then
good description.
They also have like stuff that's pure like Sun.
And Sun are
worship, and Sun are a touchstone as well for like
wide
what
sound,
I want to do.
Like infinite, never-ending expanse of noise. Like
get lost in it. Close your eyes. You are somewhere else with that.
It's pretty remarkable because you say these words, and that's exactly what I got from this album.
Well, that's very pleasing to hear.
That's lovely to hear.
There's this massive sound with it.
It makes us a bit sad, I think, in so much as these people clearly have spent way too much time thinking about what sort of band they want to be in and how they're going to make that happen. But you know, we've been doing this for 10 years. Me and Killian together for 10 years now. James has been with us full time for 8 years.
Yeah, 12 years. I hate to break it to you.
12 years.
We started this interview by saying 2014 in the Dynasty.
I'm 30 now. It's terrifying. Where does it go?
Oh, you're so old. Imagine being 38 and turning 39 soon.
Terrifying.
Jesus. I know. It's scary thoughts. Right, so shall we talk a little bit more about maybe the recording of this album? And so you said the long process of doing it, and it's from all the stuff I'm seeing online, it's a very long-awaited album, and it is good. It's worth the wait. I'm put that out.
The long process was the writing of the songs. Actually, the recording of the thing was much quicker. Really, most of it was done over 2 days. In a practice studio, not at Pirate Studios this time. In what's the place called?
Music Ape Studios in Ashley Down.
Okay.
Which is just a big unit full of like
drum rooms, basically, with a few guitar amps and mics and mixers in it.
So you don't bring your own stuff.
So we used, I think, the kit that was there. Some of it. We brought
own amps,
a big load of our own microphones, like interface box that was like 16 inputs, so we could record 16 things at the same time.
Was that mandatory to bring, or could you just showed up with nothing and
We could have showed up with nothing, but there would be
Yeah.
no way of recording what we
Yeah.
what we were playing.
that'd be awkward? Just,
We're doing an album. It happened once. Yeah. It's done now.
so it's not an actual recording studio.
No,
It's not a
it's
recording
their
studio.
practice
It's more
studio.
for just a room that you can be really, really, really loud in. And
Right.
because I had accrued loads of music gear, and then our drummer's friend Stan was there, who was helping me out, because when we did the EP, I was basically doing the recording engineering job,
Yeah.
which was difficult to also do and then hit record and then go and play guitar. You kind of have too many things going on in your head. So Stan helped us out. He had a load of mics as well. He brought them down. I had a load of random mics that I'd accrued over the years. I think we got a small cash prize with the underdog, the microdog thing. So that went on a recording interface. That let us do 16 things at the same time, which was the big thing about doing it ourselves, not having to go into a real air quotes recording studio.
I mean, the video didn't work for the last time you did that.
Yeah, it's true. I think what we wanted to do was just do the way that we recorded the EP again, but better.
Yeah.
Is that because you enjoyed that style of doing it?
I think
that's why you wanted to do it again?
Kind of. We are not a band that are concerned with, being I'm going to do the air quotes perfect.
For those listening,
you forgot to do them over bands.
We're not interested in being on the grid, playing to a click. In this band, obviously Vulture God is a different thing, but with this band and similar bands like this band, I don't really need the band to be like tight, air quotes again, in a conventional sense. I'm more like the sound of a band that is together as a unit, and so they just are able to be together.
They kind of know what you're doing before you do it yourself.
Yeah. And they're not like, it can be a little bit rough around the edges sometimes, but that's because
that's part of the fun too.
They're going for it, and so to record, I wouldn't want to record with this band in any other way than playing the songs live in the studio, because we wrote them to play them live, and that's how we want them to sound.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's very cool.
It adds to the sort of like feel of it. It can be a massive nightmare, because if you're trying to overdub something that's not recorded to a click, you have to sort of really kind of mush it around a little bit. We did have to do that, and it was
we spent 2 days in this studio. The first day we did most of the record, no clicks, no anything. We just played the songs, and then I remember the most memorable part of it was we were playing in the evening. We had a gig in the evening. We were supporting Nuns of the Tundra at Rough Trade.
Yeah.
And we thought, we've got, like another 10-15 minutes before we absolutely have to pack up and go and get to the Rough Trade for this gig. Let's just try and do Perseus 9. And then we played it in the version that you hear on the record is the first take, the one take that we did.
Yeah.
We just banged it out, and we're like, I don't think we're going to play it any better than that ever.
It's all downhill for that.
That'll be the one that goes on the record.
Awesome.
And then we did a couple of the more tricky, some of the newer songs that had been written like more recently in the process on the second day, including Held No More, which
drove us nearly insane.
It did drive us nearly insane.
There's a bit in that song where a riff that is like 16 things that repeat, and then you finish them slightly differently, happens 3 times, and it takes like 5 minutes or 6 minutes to do. So if you fuck up during that 6 minutes, you everything stops, and there's no real like great place to like splice in and start again. So I think that was the closest we came to sort of ripping each other's throats out, which was only one time, which given that we were trapped in a room together with 4 people for 2 days straight almost, playing really, really loud music. Pretty decent.
It's not bad.
Hit rate to not go completely insane. But
and clearly you didn't. You're still here.
So I tell you what, that song, when I was practicing on the treadmill earlier, playing that song and singing it while walking on the treadmill, fuck me, that was I bet it's good practice, and so I will have to do it. I'll keep doing it.
I kind of want to get you a treadmill for your launch show and just see what happens.
Well,
like Rammstein.
The Vulture God guys joke about this all the time and say that they should get me a treadmill. I mean, I have a treadmill, but walk on it while I'm playing the keyboard, and I'd be like whatever the guy from Rammstein's called, Christian Flick. Insert German surname. His name is.
Pretty sure that's not his last name. But
Had some visa issues.
So yeah, it was, and then we did. Did we do 2 days or 1 day of guitar overdubs?
2 days, yeah, because we did the one guitar that was actually in the room. Like, we just put it in one ear, and then we did a day where we did everything, all the rhythm tracks on the other side. I just did them again.
To make the sound
to make the sounds just so it isn't just completely straight down the middle, which was like that same thing of it's just left and right guitar. There's no bits where it's like doubled up the rhythm guitar, because again the guitar is tuned really, really low. Like almost as low as Ben on the lowest string for baritone reasons basically. So if you do loads of it, again it fills up like there's a frequency where it just starts to pile up and it sounds horrible. So the less I did on that, the better it sounded. So I was like, okay, I'll just do 2 left and right, and that's it. And then we did solos on a different day, because there's not many like trad guitar solos in our stuff, but there's a few where it's like, okay, and now it's time for an actual guitar solo, and it made a bit more sense to do that.
So how are you going to pull that off live then if you're doing 3 parts at the same time?
Well, really, it's all actually just still one part, because it's the left and right guitars playing the exact same thing. And then whenever there was a guitar solo on the records, we take out the rhythm guitar. So we didn't have any rhythm guitar going underneath any of the parts where I'm doing something else, except for there's a few like little overdubs of shoegazy moments where I do a bit of like delay pedally.
Well, and there's the overdub moment in the second verse of Perseus 9 where I was adamant at the time, because I was slamming My Bloody Valentine records like constantly, and their guitarist does a cool thing called glide strumming, where he holds the whammy bar while he's strumming the guitar, and it's sort of and I was like, oh, we could put some of that on. So I forced Killian to bring a different guitar that had a whammy bar to the overdub session, and then we decided through trial and error that actually we didn't want to do too much of it. It just with the baritone guitar with the aluminium neck and drop F tuning, it didn't work quite as well as it does on My Bloody Valentine record. But the one of the 2 parts that we did keep the glide strumming in was on the second verse of Perseus 9, where Killian's tremolo picking. Obviously you can't do that you can't do glide strumming there because you're tremolo picking. You can't do that. So Killian was playing the guitar and I was sort of positioned myself operating the whammy.
It was a very intimate moment. It was beautiful.
We're not going to do that live, obviously, but that part will. It's just you put on a load of reverb and just do the tremolo.
That happens anyway. So there's no.
There's but it's fine. It's going to be so loud that you won't notice.
Exactly.
You said that you practice while on a treadmill and stuff. I think doing this live without the treadmill, that's what you need to do.
That's what I need to do.
Play bass, sing, and do the whammy at the same time.
Reach over it.
Love it.
Amazing. And then overdub the vocals.
Yeah, then that was done in like your attic, basically.
It was done in my attic,
Added for the effect of it, or just because you had space
because
to do
it was free.
Fair.
And vocals, I watched something, it was like Adam Buxton was on like the Tape Notes podcast talking about recording, and he recorded his new album with like Joe Mount from Metronomy, and they were talking about basically nobody ever goes into vocal booths anymore. All the shit you hear on the radio is someone on the sofa basically doing what you're doing right now, and nobody knows because like production's like different, and people are just more accepting of it not being like super perfect, and
it's more natural.
And it's more, it sounds more natural. It's like it's the same thing about like having room mics and having, if you isolate on our record, if you isolate all the drums, you're still going to hear loads of guitar and bass because the drum mics are right next to our amps at full volume.
You don't want to hear that in the vocal tracks.
You don't want to have that in the vocal tracks, but it does help like kind of stick things together as a mix already.
Well, and we're a band where the vocals are not super important in terms of their volume. Like
I said this when you sent me the Perseus 9 as the single, and we reviewed it in the episode. Go back a few episodes and hear what we said about it. And I like the fact that the vocals are kind of set deeper into the mix because when you do the guitar stuff, like it really wallops you, hits you in the face. But the vocals add a real nice haunting kind of sound.
And that's kind of what we wanted to go for. It was it very much that sort of we are a guitars first band.
Yeah, and what I was going to say about the new record, like everything is really well mixed in the sense that the guitar hits you in the face, the bass hits you in the face when you want it to, the drums perfectly clear, but then the vocals aren't so deep that like you can't hear it. Like you can hear you perfectly. But for me, I actually had this conversation the other day with someone. It was like I always treat vocals as an instrument as well. So I generally don't hear the words of what the vocalists say, which I know is going to piss every vocalist off. It's been an awful lot of time doing vocals. But what I like is to hear the sound and the melody that kind of goes with everything.
We do use them in a lot of places more so as like a textural thing than like this is, I don't know what.
They're really like identity. It being totally tied up in the vocals is like it's like the thing about like a front person basically. Is like that's where the band is, and for us, like it isn't so much of a we don't exist in that mode where
it's
the singer is the thing. Like it's the sort of. I mean, we saw My Bloody Valentine the other day.
Did you hear a word of what they were singing?
Absolutely could not understand a single word.
Was the texture of the vocals being with the guitars nice?
Yes, it was lovely to hear, but like they could have been singing about chips for all I know.
Which is funny because it takes. I think I wrote
or salami.
Most of the lyrics were me. Most of them, I led on most of them.
You do lead,
and we put a lot of time and effort into them, and
for no reason at all.
For no reason at all. Yeah,
we could be singing about fucking anything.
Sorry, I'm the.
Our sounds when we go play live and like sound engineers, like what kind of things you just like, however much you think the vocals should be, less than that.
Yeah.
Or
that guitar's really loud. You're not going to hear the vocals, and we're like, okay,
brilliant.
Chad, yes.
We said like the sounds engineer the other day, like the vocals are going to get lost, and he was
good.
He was like, "Why would you want that?" And we were just like, "That's the sound."
That's the
of
sound.
The thing. Like,
listen to the set.
Yeah.
Stop doing it the way that you've been trying to mix it. Let us have the stage volume that you want, and you will hear.
Yes.
Do you get much resistance in it from people? Kind of go, no, I'm just going to turn it up.
Usually, sound people in Bristol are quite good.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, it's because like, especially like the guys at the Exchange, like
the guys
mix
at the
loads
Exchange
of
are amazing.
like metal bands where it is that same vibe of like the vocals don't need to be super front from us. So you basically say like it's like do me and shoegazy. You don't need to have it be like pop vocal levels. Yeah. They're like, okay, brilliant, fine, got it. And also in general, like super receptive to like my amplifier is at like full, and then I will go on stage and set both of our amps to like a volume where most sound engineers will tell you to turn down, but because they know the vibe of the music, they go like, okay, maybe back it off a bit, but don't have it really quiet.
And we will back it off in the sound check, and then we'll go on the stage and put it back to where we wanted it. I mean,
hello, Eleven. How are you?
The last gig we played was at the Thunderbolt, and we played so loudly at that gig that we vibrated a plug socket out of the wall.
Wow! Wow!
Yeah,
which was
fantastic.
Great. That's the volume that this music should be heard at.
Because it's not. There's like very little treble in the guitar tone as well, so it doesn't hurt to listen to it. That's where like the Sun influence comes from for me. Is that you can take your earplugs out at a Sun gig. It's probably not a good idea, but it isn't like actively like
piercing.
Ice picks in your ears. It's like, oh, it's a bath. It's more here than it is here.
Yeah.
For audio only, it's more chest than it is like ears. I realise I just gesticulated for only the video, but
I guess other people have to watch this episode as well, right? Hopefully we still have video.
I hope so. Yeah, sorry video watchers, the video cut out. Hopefully this one's working.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll replace it with images of bats or
bats will do. Bats is fine. Bats is fine.
So when you recorded this in the studio then, did you know exactly the order the songs were going to be in? Did you play them that order? Was it just these are the songs we know?
I think we've got some time. We had some time where we worked out the ideal song order, and there's always that like, what's the shape of the album, right? Of like, where do we want to put 2 10-minute songs like right next to each other? Is that going to be okay, or people are going to get like a little bit tired of the really long ones? I think we came out with something that kind of makes a bit of sense.
We came out with something that makes sense.
A bit more balanced. There's not.
It is definitely quite balanced.
Yeah.
I would say.
And I think it starts like Earthbound, the opening track, is like the most stoner rock moment on the record, and we always intended that to be first because it was kind of a nod to where we previously had been. And it's kind of like I always think of it as what's the fucking first track on White Pony by Deftones called Back to School.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is the most new metal track on that album, and it's first because it's like, here's where we've been, and now
Here's the rest.
Everything else.
now
yeah,
we're going to go somewhere that's not a million miles away from that, but it's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. So this is a 7-track album.
Yes, it is 7
How
tracks.
many of those are, let's say, new songs for the last 6 months, year?
In the last, well, I mean,
As you said, if quite a few of them have transitioned over the years.
1.5 are old songs, I would say.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
All of Calling was already a thing in 2022, and then as Ben was saying before, the second half of Terraform is from an older song that was released under Mandalorian, called Guidestones, and
Which you can no longer hear.
which
You can hear,
it
actually.
is
It is still on Spotify. It is
Yeah,
still on
yeah,
Spotify,
they-
yeah.
they
Disney,
haven't-
it's not. Go away.
By the way, don't look, Disney.
Mr. Mouse, no.
You've got better things to be doing. Yeah. But yeah, so that those are like the older, actually old ones, and then the rest kind of came about from that like period
At some point
in between, like the Microdog win and us hitting record.
Nice.
Kind of developed over
The
that.
newest tracks are Earthbound. I think was the last song we wrote because we were like,
Yeah.
how are we going to open the open the record?
Something
We've done the album. We need something to open it.
How are we going to open the record? And I was like, well, why don't you just, like, it would be cool to have like the most. I actually think I brought up the Back to School White Pony thing.
It's like, here's some classic stoner rock that isn't totally like, let's start looking upward. But I like that it ends with like the story of the lyrics, even though we, obviously the lyrics aren't like first and foremost, is some stoned guy driving across the desert witnesses a UFO crash, goes to it, and then psychedelic guitar solo happens. So
Well,
it is that
also-
kind of like, you're in the desert and then you go upwards a little bit. It's like,
Yeah.
here comes space to collide with the desert rock, which
Love it. Yeah.
is
And also
thematically...
in that regard, like,
that was a coincidence, by the way. We didn't plan that. But
the first
Good
two tracks
coincidence.
have
Yeah.
narrative lyrics that are a story, and that was something we really used to do a lot. Exclusively, we would do that.
that big lizard that cut the earth in half.
Yeah, that guy.
Fun story.
And then the rest of the album, as it develops, kind of loses that, and it's all sci-fi themed, but
Yeah.
the last 5 tracks are more conceptual.
Do you find writing lyrics difficult?
Yeah.
Do you dislike it?
Well, no, I find writing lyrics really easy once I've started.
Right. It's
I
the starting.
find, I
is the
find
problem.
it very, very, very difficult to find something that I'm happy with as a basis. Like, the lyrics for Calling took me about 2 months to write, and then once I had and all of that bar about 15 minutes was finding something that I liked as a starting point, and then
Right.
once I found the starting point, I wrote the lyrics in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So do you listen to the music first and just come
Always.
up with a
Always.
team and then work around that kind of thing?
Music first, lyrics second.
Yeah. It's
Good way to do it.
it's always like, we maybe have a sort of vague theme that's like, this song is gonna sort of be about this, maybe.
But even then, the actual words come
Yeah.
after the music.
The actual
Yeah.
what it's gonna be, like Hell's No More, which is the one where it starts off like very like meditative and clean. We were like, okay, this is the kind of, it's gonna be a little bit spiritually in its sort of lyrics about like going a bit more inward.
Well, and the last thing that happened
Yeah.
for the album in terms of creating what the songs are was the lyrics. The song had existed, the music had existed.
The lyrics
quite a
for that
while,
song.
and we didn't know what
Yeah.
the lyrics were going to be. And at that point, I was like, I haven't got any more lyrics in me. You two sort something.
Yeah, I wrote.
You did.
I wrote everything except for the. I think you went with the like found the refrain or whatever it was going to be, but.
It's a chorus, Killian.
Refrain. Refrain.
We're allowed
There's-
to call it a chorus.
It's only got like 4 words in it. It's a refrain. It makes you sound clever.
And then, so yeah, Earthbound, Drift Beyond is quite new, and Held No More are the newest tracks.
Cool. Out of your recording process, then, this isn't a curveball question before you go there. What's your favourite track in it?
Percy's Night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Straight in there.
Yeah, I love Percy. I just, the riff took me. I wrote the riff, the main riff that goes behind the verses, the do 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 do. I wrote that without a guitar in my hand at any point over the course of about a week.
Good effort.
Going on a walk every day.
On your treadmill or an actual
No. It was during summer that I wrote it, and going for a
treadmill in
walk
summer.
on my lunch break at work. and I had like the idea. I wanted the riff to like be cyclical, and so like the end of lots of riffs are just a phrase where it ends and then it starts again, and that works. But I wanted this to like the end of the phrase to feed immediately back into the start, like a the Ouroboros snake eating itself type thing. And I would put my headphones in, not listen to anything, just so I couldn't hear what was going on around me, and I would walk, keeping a beat on my chest, and I was just going awesome. and people must have thought I was completely mental. Every day for a week, I did that. About a 45-minute walk. And
where were you walking? Were you like in the post office?
Just around Portishead.
Around Portishead.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice place to do it as well.
But yeah, so I that's my favourite track. Of the ones that aren't already available online, Coalesce. I like Coalesce.
That's
a
my
lot.
favourite as well, actually.
Nice.
It's I like the progression in that. Like, it kind of covers everything. It gets a bit progressive. You end up with double bass at the end of it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the most like Hello We Like Sleep track.
It's got a very like traditionally like slidey the semitone like power chord moves on that.
Yeah, your guitars are hit you in the face heavy doing it.
And actually it kind of the how we wrote that song kind of encapsulates exactly how we write as a band. Killian wrote all the bits, brought them to practice. You were like, I've got these bits, I don't really know how to put them together. You played them to me. I was like, I know how to fit that together into a song.
Yeah. And then we all played them vaguely together until we were like, okay, well,
That
naturally
worked.
the next bit would be this one out of the pool. And yeah, so yeah, as I say, it's never really bringing a full song in, because if it is, then someone's going to be like, oh,
the end part I wrote.
Yeah.
The ding, 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 ding. I wrote that because I've been listening to Iron Monkey quite a lot of the time. I don't know if you know Iron Monkey. You should know Iron Monkey. If you don't know Iron Monkey, listen to Iron Monkey. They're one of the nastiest bands ever. And they had a song, I don't really know the names of songs, I just put the album on and let it run. I think the song's called 666 Pack. And it kind of it's like that sort of Children of the Grave thing.
Cool, yeah.
And I thought, that's cool. We could change it up a bit and go there with that at the end of this track, and it works quite well.
Awesome.
What's your favourite song on the album, Killian?
I would be hard pressed not to say Perseus 9 as well, just because like whenever we play it, it gets like live. It just gets such a good response. The very very slow bit at the end. The gauge of how good the gig is going is if we play that song. The very end bit where it goes very slow and very heavy, people just do
the slow
nodding in sync, and you go, oh, people are responding to this. And that it was again like when we were playing with like Nuns of the Tundra, that happens, and we were definitely like the heaviest bands on that bill, in terms of like metalness, and it was gratifying to see like that connect with people who wouldn't necessarily be there to like traditionally mosh and headbang. Would be like, okay, no, this goes like this, okay, I get it now, with that kind of stuff. And it's also like that same simple but expansive songwriting of like there's technically not that many bits to that song. There's like the chorus and the verse riff, and it just goes between those two things, but every time
and then
it happens,
the nasty riff comes back but slower at the end.
How it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. So
of the songs that's not
of the songs
already.
that I really like Terraform, which is the one that we sort of reworked slightly from before. I think that has there's a fun bit in that where I do a guitar solo that is deliberately like not the same every time. I've gotten better at like writing guitar solos and doing them repeatably.
Roll credits.
But like when we were in Mandalorian, I would just noodle in a very like I learned how to play guitar from playing along to Tony Iommi noodling, and he's very good at that, like pentatonic, like that stuff, and I would just kind of do that for a bit, and then we would go back into the song, which is not particularly like if you want to like say something a little bit more with like a lead guitar bit, and as opposed to just being like, look at how fast I can do this thing, which isn't obviously kind of compatible with what we do. But then Terraform, I get to just kind of again turn on all of my reverb pedals and make as much noise as possible.
All of the reverb
pedals.
How many reverb pedals do you have?
You should see the size of that pedal board. It's
I mean, I will when
you will.
When we recorded, I was using a setup where I had 3 delays and 2 reverbs on that song.
Good
and
effort.
then now I've pared that down to a combo reverb and delay pedal, another delay pedal, and a reverb pedal.
And the rest of the pedals
And,
are all fuzz.
it's all distortion because it's the texture thing, right? Of
Yeah.
like it's
Different types
different
of distortion.
different types of distortion. You need sometimes it needs to be scrunkly, and then sometimes you need to be least scrunkly. Like,
It's kind of like
Scrunkly
a
and
person who bought a pedal went, this is cool. Oh, there's another pedal. I need a reason to buy pedals. They're so different. Yes, let's buy them all.
you have received a vision of my office at home, which is like just
Pedals coming
there
off
is a
cupboards
shelf
and
where it's the pedal cupboard and the pedal shelf and the pedal floor.
How many of them have you built?
Built a few. I built some of the switches, which was another thing about like recording. I built things to turn on lots of pedals at the same time, so that when we were doing it straight through, we could just go, okay, we need to go from like 4 pedals in this way and then 4 pedals in this way, and we go, bonk, and it happens at once, as opposed to like hearing on the record, click, 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 click. We kept in a couple of like individual clicks because I think that's a nice little thing to leave in. Yeah. But I built like some of the fuzz pedals we used because it's a gratifying thing to do, and also I know what sound I want, and I will be a nerd about it because I know how it works with the amplifier and my guitar, and because I'm a dweeb.
Well, and the board that I used while we were recording, there was a few that you'd built on that.
Yeah, I built a clone of the Acapulco Gold, which is an Earthquaker Devices fuzz pedal.
Which is extremely different to any other sort of distortion.
It is. It's true. It uses 2 things which are normally meant to be like headphone power amps, and then it like drives them like well beyond. So you can like it puts out like way too many volts for an amp. Not in a damaging way, but it's just unbelievably
damaging to your ears.
Damaging to your ears. Yeah. And very very bassy as well. Which
but that's another thing about our band is that we kind of like to do some kind of hacker man.
yeah.
Because Killian's so good with the hardware side of things.
Oh yeah, and that was the other story. The story about the Exchange basement.
We haven't got onto the Exchange basement yet.
I mean, we can go there.
We can go there. I mean, we've got to first talk about the guitar that you built.
Okay. Well,
go on.
Sure.
Hit us some knowledge.
So the thing about like the way in which like Fender and Squier guitars are is that you can take the neck off and put on a different neck, which was the idea that Leo Fender originally had, which was if the frets wear out, you buy a new neck.
Yeah.
People don't do that anymore because 1960s Fenders go for like 10 grand, and so no point in doing that.
Mr. Gibson was like, I want to have my guitar be one piece of wood. It's going to be one piece of wood.
Yeah. But it means that you can buy a replacement neck. That I got an aluminium one that turns it into a baritone, so it makes the guitar neck longer, so you can tune it lower. It's closer to a bass guitar, basically. The same reason the bass guitar is longer is that string's longer, so it's more stable when you tune it lower.
Yeah.
And because it's aluminium, it's a bit of a brighter sound, which is good with the Doom thing because it compensates for the fact that you're playing a sort of really bassy like fuzz sound. It means you can still kind of hear notes,
and
which
the fact
is nice.
that you can play at frequencies that will make you shit yourself.
Yes, that helps as well. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to that on the launch show.
Yeah. Don't eat lots of fibre before you come.
Everyone's sort of gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it lets us tune differently. So like Ben's lowest note is C, my lowest note is F, which means that when we can sort of make a power chord like between us.
And quite a power.
Yeah, it's a kind of cool thing of like having a space in between like a normal guitar and then a sort of secret extra guitar string between where a normal like 3-piece would have.
That's really clever.
It was a complete accident because I wanted Ben to be tuned to the same as me, but
that's not happening.
The F below the F that I am, like
that actually will make you shit yourself.
Yeah, human hearing caps out at like 20 hertz on the low ends, right? And then the F below the one I've got, an octave below, if you were to do traditional bass guitar an octave down, is 22 hertz or 21 hertz. So it doesn't sound like anything. It just sounds like, and it's like, oh, well, that's not very metal. Like you can make it work if you use loads of distortion. You add in a bunch of like frequencies above it, and I think that's what Conan do because Conan play an F as well. And I think their bassist is actually an F.
Right.
But it is, I mean, they are a band that will make you shit yourself as well, tuning wise. So
when you come to this gig after you watch this episode or heard this episode, whichever it may be, make sure you bring spare underwear with you.
Spare underwear.
Do it.
Just in case you hit the brown notes.
Just just in case. And then, so, but that's kind of very much like...
The approach is, and it helps us like stands out a little bit. People come up to you and go, "What the hell is that guitar?" Which is kind of always
It's always a good talking point, isn't it?
Yeah, cynically, it's like, "Oh, brilliant, free networking." But like, it is kind of that thing of like, "Oh, we will be remembered as a band because people go, oh, it's that thing. I've seen that before," as opposed to like a sort of more anonymous approach where it's like, okay, we've got a Gibson Les Paul into an Orange amp, and that could be quite a lot of doom bands, and it's like no shade on anyone who does that because it's obviously a great sound with an amazing tradition.
Yeah.
But it helps us, like, our music isn't quite in that exact same tradition, so it helps us like do that same thing of like
quirky, as you
a little bit,
earlier.
a little bit of a sideways move.
I like it. It's good.
Yeah, thank you.
We've
We've put too much thought into it, maybe, but
it's
worked
nice
out,
to have a little quirk and stuff,
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's all like nerd shit, anyways.
Just saying that we've put too much thought into it is kind of reducing it, though, because we have been silly and headstrong in that we just want to do this, and therefore we have made ourselves put too much thought into it.
Yeah.
But
Need to justify this somehow.
well, I want to play this guitar that I've built and that's an octave down. I want you to tune your bass an octave down. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play in the tuning that the bass was it. Okay, how do we write songs and make that work when we're like and
it informs the riffs as well. Like, we can go in different places, obviously. Like, because it's not the traditional. Like, I don't need to be doing the exact same thing as Ben, and I can sort of add in layers that would previously be inaccessible. We kind of write to it, and yeah, it's about like. The whole, going back to like Sun, right? They talk about like wrangling something like much bigger than themselves. Like it's out kind of out of their hands. They're the amplifiers are kind of doing the playing when they do their thing. And for us, it's not exactly the same thing because it's a bit less abstract and brutalist. But it is something was going to come out of this instrument because it's very loud. It's feeding back all the time, and
you're making it work.
You have to sort of wrangle with it a little bit, like talking to people who go from playing guitar in their bedroom through headphones to playing on stage with like an amp that's actually there and kicking out volume as opposed to like IEMs and everything. It's why we'd like take that approach of playing too loud. Is as much as it's fun, it is like
That's
actually
mostly
part of it. It's mostly it's part of the approach. And apologies to any sound people out there, but like. Most of the time, as
I'm
I
not
said,
sorry
Bristol,
at all.
Most of the time, we don't need to apologise. Most of the time, they're just like absolutely brilliant.
Well, and that's the exchange. Though those guys, they always,
they've got a freaking 8x10 as their new house bass,
which they
tab.
bought off I heard a rumor that they bought it off the bass player of the Melvins.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
That
In
would
fact,
make
you might have
sense.
told me.
Which is, I mean, they do like
Because the Melvins like finished their tour and they were just like, well, not bringing us back to fucking America. It's an 8x10 bass cab. Like,
yeah, like what, and it is a very Melvins thing to just bring a random Ampeg fridge with you.
yeah.
And I played it. We played just after they got it.
So loud.
It was so loud.
That was a shit.
It was it was amazing. But but the sound guys were like, there are three of them that we work with quite a lot when we play the Exchange who are really good. One of them I can't remember the name of, but then there's Chris Fishlock and Rowan Devison who I play with in the School of Rock Experience.
Ah, cool.
They are so. They're so good,
Yeah,
and they're very kind to us. In
Didn't
letting us
realise
do
you were in that band as well.
Yes, third band. Yes, it's a bit of fun. We play all the songs from the movie.
Yeah.
and
It's great. It's great fun. Yeah.
That was a recent one. I saw the picture of it and I didn't realise it was you.
Yeah, we supported the 900 who play all the songs.
The Tony
from
Hawk's
Tony
ones.
Hawk's Pro
Yeah.
Skater. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a fun gig.
That was
I
fun.
planned to go to it and I can't remember why I didn't end up going. But yeah, that's a shame.
You went to it and got kicked in the
I
face.
got, well, not kicked in the face. There was a wall of death and I got shouldered in the chin.
I wonder who initiated that.
That was in the 900 set actually. So seeing these guys play was like brilliant. And then it was like the 900, like it was like so much fun. I was like, I'm getting back in the mosh pit, and then I was immediately ejected from the mosh pit. I was like properly, like I am not a large person, so I was fired. Like my feet left the ground, and I
jettisoned.
I was jettisoned, and I collided with somebody's drink, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And they were just like, that was not your fucking fault.
You came through the air.
It was great fun, and they were really good about it. They saw that I was like on the floor, like, and I bit my tongue as well. It was brutal, but they like in between songs they were like. Did the thing of like Do we need to get any medical help over there?
No, I'm fine. I just can't.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Missing a tooth and bleeding from my mouth. Thanks.
Yeah, don't worry though, it's all part of the process. Yeah, it was the guy across from me was down, as in crouching properly, and then he stood up and went. And yeah, so that was not the main talking point of that gig. It was a good gig.
Yeah.
Other than that,
We've got off topic.
Yeah.
It happens with us.
Yeah.
We
It does,
generally
it does,
go
it
on
does.
chats. So before we go on to the venue for the album launch, Jenna, I want to get your view on the album because you basically said nothing all episode.
Yeah, no, I've been nice and quiet today. I enjoyed the album. I'll be honest. I listened up to half the album because I was busy today. Sorry.
That's fine.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's going to be
it's a
out
long
soon.
album.
You can have.
I'll hear more at the EP launch.
You
I'm
certainly
excited.
will.
But my favourite one on the album was Held No More.
Great.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
Because I'm a sucker for a harmonic minor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, and I just really liked the kind of almost psychedelic-y lo-fi-ness of it and kind of grungy. In my notes I've got, when the drums come in a little faster, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the technical musical term for it.
So that will the album launch show will be the second time we ever have played that live.
Okay.
We sort of wrote it not really thinking we would ever play it live, and then thought, we'll play the whole record live. Why not?
It is a pig to play live.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Are you going to do it in order, like
Yeah.
1 to 7 the whole way through?
Yeah, all the way
Nice.
through.
1 to 7 the whole way through.
Yeah, good luck. It's quite a long track.
Yes.
Yeah,
Clean
it is,
10
it
minutes.
is. It's, but I like that song because it's something a bit different, and it's kind of not only are we big Sleep fans, but we're also big fans of the band who are Sleep minus a guitar player, and they it suits us as a band because they do sort of bless you. It's doom metal still, but it's kind of it goes into sort of almost like a meditative kind of.
Yeah.
The riff, it's so riff based and it's so repetitious that you kind of just put it on and zone out, and that's kind of a vibe that we wanted to capture on that track because we are a heavy band, obviously, but we're not necessarily an aggressive band.
Yeah, that's a fair description.
And I think that song really gave us some, and sort of being. That was the moment that we're going to do things on the record.
And a major key guitar solo.
Well, I mean, the riff is kind of sort of major-ish.
Yeah.
There is a major third in it. There is a major
More
third
than
in
you
it.
can say for a lot of our riffs.
I think it gave us an opportunity to do something a bit different that I enjoyed. So I'm glad that you liked that one.
Yeah.
You
No,
might
I
not
did
like
enjoy
it
it.
as much after we've
Butchered it.
butchered it next week, but it's
Well, we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the
review,
gig.
yeah.
It's gonna be
We'll be
great.
talking about it in the next episode as well. So,
certainly.
I'm looking forward to it. From what I heard of the album, I really like it. It's as I said, it's got kind of punch in the face, fuzzy guitar. You can hear everything really well. It's got the kind of stoner psych elements to it. Fuzzy doom, it's always good. You know, it's
There's a lot of groove in it as well.
There's a good groove to it.
Thank you.
It's a job well done, really. I'm looking forward to in everything that you've said about the wall sound and playing at 11 and everything else. I'm looking forward to that experience because everything's better live, right? So,
Yeah, which is why we felt the best thing to do would be try and keep it as close to that as possible because this same thing about not separating out all the guitars, to have it super clinical and super clean. It lets you sort of put that across as best you can on record if things still feel like they could explode at any moment on the album. So I'm glad that came across because as I said many a time, it's the thing that makes us enjoy doing this band as much as we do because it's gratifying when you get to go up there and make that much sound happen.
yeah,
And get better at it with two lovely bandmates.
always nice to hear.
And me.
And Ben.
It brings me up to the launch show. It's leading nicely into it. So it's obviously in the exchange in the
basement. Newly refurbished.
Newly refurbished. Higher
Indeed.
capacity basement.
Did you guys pick this? Because he said
Yes.
earlier your first gig was there.
We did.
Is it a bit of a homage to that, or is it any other
So
reason?
it was. We did a headline show at the Exchange last May.
Yeah.
And we thought we were going to do it in the basement for that show, and they had double booked themselves, and so
for basement shows.
We were told that between you guys with your doom metal bill, who did we play with? We played with Phantom Droid. Oscaria played that show. Yes, they did.
And Slump.
And our friends from the band Slump, they're from Birmingham, and their guitar player, band leader, I would call him, of Slump, Matt, also plays guitar in Aluna, who's like a Birmingham doom metal band that do all the, I think they're signed to Heavy Psych Sounds, and they do all the festivals in Europe, and both are great bands. But so we played this show, and we had this bill, and they said to us, whichever of the two shows we've booked for the basement sells more tickets, your show or the crust punk gig that we've also booked, we'll get to upgrade for free to the main room. And so we're like, right, fuck, let's sell loads of tickets.
Yeah.
And we got the upgrade to the main room, so we headlined the main room, which was really cool. But you know, that exchange main room can feel a little bit empty, even if we had 50-60 people there, but like
people bottleneck at the sound booth, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
In that little corridor.
And so I left that show thinking, we've done really well here, and it was cool to play on this stage. But if we put that many people in the basement, it's gonna feel
packed.
The new basement as well, like it's a really cool like change that they've made.
Yeah.
Like they've and they've gotten as well as the Ampeg fridge, they've gotten a load of other new house gear, which is like all like really great to use, and it's just a good venue to play at, really. Like,
cool,
we've done it loads, and we've always had a great time there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got a score to settle with that room.
Oh yeah. So
because when we
shut
played
yourself
that show,
watching a doom band.
when we played that show in 2022 with with Anorak on the bill, the night I met Milo, we met Milo.
Yes.
Was the last night that I ever used active basses, so with a battery in.
Yeah.
To give you more tone control before it goes into the amp. The battery connector on my bass broke during the opening song of the set.
That's not
We
good.
had to stop the set, fix it, and then I had to play the rest of the set standing very, very still.
In case you have to connect the loose.
It was so. It was like the battery was basically held in there with the pressure of Ben's like belt buckle, basically, just like pushing against it. Like,
it was.
And so it was very. And then like that night or the day after.
The day after, with massive hangovers.
Yeah. Ben came around to my house, and I took the battery out and wired the pickups directly to the output, and was
guitar,
like, and that is when we were like, no batteries ever,
batteries.
Yeah.
no wireless kits, no battery powered IEMs. Just that is something to think about. That is always, it's just gonna make me go. I want the reassurance of I plug in anything and it goes into here.
Yeah.
But ironically, the basses that I like because I've not got very big hands for a bass player. And I like a specific.
You don't, to be fair, they are quite small.
Not proportional.
Glad you said it.
I like a specific kind of Ibanez budget range bass because I like the neck on it because it's quite thin.
Yeah. The C neck.
These basses only come active. So
you rewire all of them.
Have a conversation, and I'm like, yeah. So the one I play now in Epimetheus, Killian came to the shop with me. We bought it. We took it straight back to your house and ripped out all the electronics. And
you don't need a 3-band EQ
and then also
on the bass.
Took off all of the knobs as well because I don't need all of the knobs.
Yeah, so it had like 5-6 knobs on it. And
I was like, I just want volume, and I don't even really want a pickup selector. But I was convinced to
keep it.
You might need maybe just
sometime you might need to change the thing. I never have, but it's. But
you might blow the pickup and go, I need to switch.
It's kind of the band ethos that like add simplicity.
Yeah.
Make it easy, which make our shows easy for us to play, and also make us easy to work with.
Yeah,
is
fair.
What we want
arrive
to do.
with.
You can show up to any place.
Any place. Yeah.
Just show up and do it.
Yeah.
But yes, we have a score to settle with that room. I'm hoping that it's not. I've got my fingers fucking crossed.
Yes.
Touch wood. That it's not a curse for the exchange basement.
You played it in this new format, right?
Yeah, and it's I haven't played. I've only been to one gig there since they've reopened the basement, and the stage is now
Around the
Yeah,
corner.
like 180 degrees
which is
from when you come in.
from where it
Yeah.
used to be, which is interesting.
I'm still not convinced about that setup. Yes, it's better because it's wider, but I don't like you come down the stairs, you walk past the bar, you got this big nice area, and then you do a full 180 turn to actually see the band.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think
it's worth it though for how nice the room actually is now and how you can fit more people in it.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
the room's not cursed. I played there. I played in there in the old layout when I was in Murder Hobos.
Did you?
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's not cursed. It will all be
You've
fine.
broken the curse. Good. Nice. That's good to know. Yeah.
Nice gig in new room. Nothing to worry about. It's all going to be great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you know the ticket sales for it? How's that going?
I think it's going pretty
Some
well.
have been sold.
Yes.
We have sold a number of tickets.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't think we've actually got the tracking details.
No.
So we don't exactly know how many.
So it's not going through you directly then, is it?
No.
Right.
Yeah. I think we can get them. We just need to drop the exchange an email.
If the promoter at the exchange was concerned about the number of tickets that would have been sold, he probably would have got onto us
before
much
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
now.
And we have a list of people in our head who we know are coming, and it's
Yeah,
it's
on
a
the
long list.
on the way
so-
to
Good.
practice
Yes,
yesterday,
we were just talking about, this person's coming, this
we were
person's coming,
reeling
this
people
yeah.
off, and it took the entire drive there, and we
So-
still hadn't. So yeah, there will be people there. It's
Good.
going to be great.
We'll be there. We're looking
Yeah.
forward
You
to
will
it.
be there, and it's, we're really excited that you'll
We're,
be there.
yeah, we're super, and we're super excited. The whole thing. It's going to
Yeah,
be.
it's going
That
to
was
be
going to
awesome.
be my next question. You really look forward to it?
So
It's
I mean,
just,
yeah, we
Yeah.
look, the bill we're really excited for.
Yeah.
Because we like putting on our own shows because we, and by we I usually mean I, get to curate the bill.
There's no leader, right?
there's no ego, but we all kind of have roles within the band, and,
Yeah.
and my role is gigs.
Find,
get,
and
curate gigs.
Yeah.
And so, but this time we've got Horror, who are prolific Bristol doom metal band. They play here quite a lot. You know, they played all over the place. There's, but we've never played with them, and so we're really excited for that to no longer be the case. We're excited to be on a bill with them, and then we've got Row of Ashes also, who I don't know
awesome.
if you guys
Yeah.
know that they
I've
are
seen them.
Yeah. They're
sensationally
insane.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of doomy, but also a bit noise rock.
Yeah.
A good
Sludge
combination
in
of.
there. Yeah.
We, as a band that combines doom metal with something else, we also like other bands that do
They
that.
do the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can't wait. And I can remember we saw, actually the first time we saw them was in here.
The Row of Ashes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
supporting
At War with the
Morag
Sun.
Tong. That War with the Sun opened that. show.
At War with the
that
Sun
show.
opens,
And then
there was-
Morag Tong
Morag
headlined.
Tong. Yeah.
But
Talk about
Row
Alex,
of
Jesus.
Ashes we were just blown away, and then like, yep, cool. Have to see you guys again. And we did see them again not long ago at
That was in the
Golden Lion.
Golden Lion.
the
Yeah.
newly,
that was it.
newly reopened Golden
Yeah.
Lion.
Yeah.
Not actually that new anymore, but the
Relatively
reopened
new.
Golden Lion.
Yeah.
They're getting a lot of gigs now. It's good
Yeah,
for the
they
scene.
are. Yeah.
Really good for the
Lots.
scene.
They played with Opium Lord.
Oh, who are an amazing band as well. They were so good.
They were so good. Who else played on that bill?
I can't remember.
Those were the two bands that really stuck out to me. But yeah, they're great. We've seen them live a load of times. It's really nice that they said they would do this gig with us.
Yeah.
So did you reach out to them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some thing just like, we have an album launch, please.
We've
you
seen
like
you
to play
live.
with
We've
us?
seen you
Yes.
live a couple of times. We really like what
Yeah.
you do. We'd be really happy if you wanted to come and play it with us.
It's nice that they sort of like felt like they were a good fit, because we feel like they are as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. Is there going to be more shows, not just Bristol, but as
We're doing a bit of a tour.
mini tour.
A mini tour in
weekender.
March with Slump,
Very good.
our good friends who I mentioned a minute ago. We're playing in Leicester on the tours in March. I can't remember these. Is it the 20th, 21st, 22nd of
yeah.
March?
Why
Yeah.
the gap between the launch show and the rest of the tour?
Because
Work.
yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
Life happens as well.
Not paid to tour the world yet. So
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, we're doing that. We're playing Leicester. We're playing London, which is good because we've never played London as Epimetheus before.
nice.
And
Where in
finishing
London?
it off in Southampton.
Which-
In London, it's
Helgies.
Helgies, which is in Camden. I think.
Around that neck of the woods. I think,
Yeah,
north.
which is
London.
cool.
Very good.
Yeah, so it should be fun.
And you're
Yeah.
finishing in Southampton.
Finishing in Southampton.
In the Hobbit in Southampton.
Ah, that's cool
Yeah,
spot.
yeah,
I've been in
yeah,
there.
yeah. I've heard great things about it. I've
it's
I've
cool
heard
venue.
people kind of say it's a little bit Griffiny.
Yeah, it's got a vibe to it like that.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Which is
And
that's
Lord
great.
of the Rings themed cocktails
And
so
then-
I'm on board with that.
And then we do have a show in the pipeline for Bristol in May, but we can't really say anything about it yet. It's a bit secret,
Ooh.
but it's
It is secret.
going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Ooh, exciting.
It's going to be a big
So
one.
we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
For that one.
When you can tell us, make sure you do.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
We'll,
Absolutely.
obviously be there and promote the hell out of it.
It's going to be that show is going to be cool. But then the second half of the year is sort of pretty open. Arc Tangent, if you want to book us, James Scarlett, please.
You should book them, please.
Yeah. No. I mean, I think like
We're going to be there anyway.
Yeah, we're going to be there anyway. Yeah.
It's better if you pay for it. You know.
Doom bands combining with other interesting things. Arc Tangent. Who could see it happen? Like,
Exactly
yeah.
right. Love it. Right, I'm going to throw my curveball at you. Nothing too bad. We're near the end of my questions anyway.
Ben,
sorry, no.
Vulture God of.
I won't do that, Joe.
I will not.
Is
I
this
will
going to
not.
be a consistent thing every episode now?
Yeah. why not?
Tom's curveball.
You say-
New theme tune.
All right.
Oh, that's being worked on. Ooh.
You need a second new theme tune.
Oh,
for
second
Thomas
new theme
Fell's
tune.
curveball.
Tom Fell, I believe in Tom's curveball.
Yeah, you go.
Fancy writing us something?
Yeah,
that sounds great. Yeah, yeah.
It'll be.
2029 we can expect it.
Would you be
Full
open to
BPM.
having a 15-minute long intro for this section of
Absolutely,
the
yes.
podcast?
For the shorter episodes, you know.
We will
Yeah.
play 10 notes in those 15 minutes.
Love it. My crazy question isn't actually that really crazy, but tell me your craziest Epimetheus story, either taking part in or witnessed at your gigs. Or the weirdest thing that's happened to you, like when you played, or
Let's think.
there's either too many to pick from and there's not enough. Maybe on Friday
Are
we
you-
can add
yeah.
someone shitting themselves.
God, I can't think.
Are
of,
you thinking of? The
I
thing
mean,
that
Tom, support when we were called Mandalorian, supporting Space was
was insane.
quite something, and their singer, Tommy Scott was quite a character. He drank 2 bottles of wine out of the bottle while he was
Good effort.
playing. Yeah, that was. But this is Epimetheus stories.
Are we? Do we want to touch on the thing that happened in the upstairs room of the exchange, or is that?
I feel like you kind of have to now.
Go on then. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Do we want to talk about that?
Fine. Yeah. Let's do it.
There's no pressure. You don't have to.
Actually, do you know what? Actually,
That's also a
it-
Mandalorian story, though. So.
No, I was thinking of Naked.
Oh my God! Yes, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, that is the craziest thing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. This was.
I like that you got just like
I'd
hidden code between you. You can
I'd
talk.
completely
It's like
forgotten about that. So yeah, this was at a We Need Bands gig. It was the We Need Bands birthday party. John tends to do something to commemorate the start of the company every single year. We were headlining this one because it was the year we won the Underdog.
right.
Actually, no, we weren't. It was we were main support.
We were
It was
main
the year
support,
after we won the
yeah.
Underdog. So we were, we'd been at the exchange all day, and there was, in that alleyway down the side of the exchange, in between the exchange and the long bar,
Yeah.
you can get some interesting characters.
Say at least, yeah.
You can get some interesting characters. A couple of these interesting characters latched onto us.
Yes.
I don't think they had been there to see the gig. They started talking to us and they did not stop. And they ended up in the gig.
Can I paint the picture from my side of the stage?
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
So-
Before
side of the
before
stage,
we
nice.
get
Yeah,
to this,
yeah.
they were hammered.
Yes.
Absolutely hammered. And I don't think that they've been doing other substances. I
Yeah.
dread to think what they had put into their bodies, but the pair of them were
They had
there
no
was
idea
a
where
bloke
they
and a
were.
woman, and they were absolutely fucked.
So
We're on stage.
I see.
I like where this is
I
going.
see something go flying, What it turned out to be was somebody else's glasses that she had taken off somebody's face and thrown at our drummer.
As you do.
As you do. I'm like, well, what was that? Like, and then there's like a bag gets chucked onto the stage, and I was like, okay, what's going on? And then we start playing another song, and I look over, and we're playing Alone He Guards This House, which is that 2-minute song, the faster one. And I look down the corner, and I go, what's she doing down there? And why is she taking off her trousers? And why is she taking off her top? And what? And so she gets, just during like the sort of slightly fast intro, she just had been basically slightly disruptive in the crowd, grabbed a couple of things off people, thrown them at the drummer, and then
particularly the drummer, like aiming for the
just
drummer.
sort of aimed at the middle of the stage though. So yeah. But went to the side of the stage, got completely undressed, and bolted out of the room. Just
and by undressed, completely
bolted naked.
Shoes and everything.
Shoes, everything.
Completely naked.
It's like. And
I'm surprised it took you so long to talk about it.
And our friends had gone to the toilet, and he came down, and you know the layout of the exchange. You go upstairs to the toilet, you come back down, you open the door, and
this all happened so quickly. He left the room, went and had a piss, came back down.
And
when he
opened the door,
opened the door, and there she was, completely naked.
Yeah. What?
Surprise!
And running at full speed, she ran into the bar area, and this is where I do want to I want to shout out the exchange because they basically
handled it very well.
She was, I think, having a bit of a mental health episode, effectively. So
and also was fucked.
Was fucked up, and not a great combination of the two things. I think something we don't know the full story, obviously. Like something wasn't fully correct.
Might it surprise you to hear that we did not hear from her again?
No, we didn't. But the exchange handled it very well, and they came out. The guys in the bar area made sure that she was okay, and got her like in a blanket.
Did she come back into the room to get her clothes? Or
I think the security
guards
did, but then they came up to us afterwards and made sure like you're okay. But, like there wasn't like a sort of a weird like moment that happened. It was like, well, it was. It was a weird moment.
The last little funny sting in this tale was that while this was happening, I was on the other side of the stage, under the lights. I knew about none of it.
We told you the story after we played.
Well, no, I saw a bra being thrown back into the crowd from the stage. I was like,
yeah,
rock and fucking roll, let's go. But I can remember, I remember playing Alone He Guards His House at the time that she had got naked, and just noticing I couldn't see anything because the lights are bright, but I felt a very palpable shift in vibe in the room. I just suddenly there was
no one's concentrating on the band anymore because a naked woman has just sprinted at full belt through the crowd.
That is the wildest Epimetheus story.
So I'm glad that was in the tank.
Yeah, we saved that one for special occasions.
I'd completely forgotten about it, to be fair, and I don't know why, because it was
pretty memorable.
pretty memorable. And like I hope she's doing okay. Basically.
Wherever you are, I hope you're doing all right.
To get to that point, you have to be very fucked up to be like, I'm in public. This is my normal response to a band playing a song. Is not just like take your top off and go woohoo. Like it was properly.
She was loving it, and I think she went in the mosh pit. And at that point, something happened.
Yeah, kept on going, somewhere. But as you do, so the curse of the exchange basement was then we did think the exchange was a sort of like something crazy is going to happen every time we play there. But then we've now played there enough where it's gone completely fine.
I think it was the venue we played at the most last year.
It was, and everybody kept their clothes on.
Is that disappointing though? Or
and at the album launch, I will change that.
So when you were talking to her in the alley, did she seem like relatively normal then, or
no?
You definitely an old market crazy.
And also completely. There are no superlatives for the amount of absolutely hammered that she and the bloke that she was with.
What did the bloke do when she ran half naked?
No, I did. Never saw him again. I think he'd gone.
He'd gone already.
I think he'd gone already at that point. Don't know, but.
Hope the pair of you are okay.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you Friday.
See you Friday at the exchange. It's a bit harder with the basement
do go
steps.
to the exchange on Friday because we won't be there on Friday. Get naked in somebody else's show. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Avoid indecent exposure at all costs. Is our new band motto.
Episode 39. Just 8 p.m. There you
Hello,
go.
we're Epimetheus. We're
need a title.
we're against indecent exposure.
I hope you all sign the waiver on your way in.
We're actually doing like danger music, like a horse noise show. Everyone's completely.
The cover of the EP with the bloke being sawed in half, that's what happened to the next person who got naked
Yeah.
at one of our shows.
Anti-nudity metal.
That probably is a thing. Like in the world that we live in.
So skillets, I think, is.
And Creed. I love Creed, but you know.
Yeah, well, that's your problem.
Listen, nobody's perfect, all right?
not
Except Creed.
With arms wide open. Wait, is that Creed? Or
Yeah,
with arms wide open. You know, Creed, Stained, the other ones, they all just blend into one after a while.
But they do a thing. It's not clever, but it's satisfying.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Yeah.
You can relate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If we just edit out the last 30 seconds there, it'll go from naked woman run through, and it was great. Do a thing simple as great.
It's not clever, but it is satisfying.
Anti-nudity right here, episode 39.
That's really going to annoy me when I'm editing the video. Fuck.
That's staying in.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Can't wait for your
Right,
gig
round of
next
applause.
week.
Let's go.
That's going to be fun. I like it. Yes. Thank you very much, guys, for being on the show with us. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much for having us.
I know it's been a bit of a long one, and we do appreciate your time. Very much.
We will
Thank
talk
you
bollocks about guitars for ages.
We are good at talking at length about guitars. Yeah.
I mean, you're very good at it too.
Thank you.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been lots of
Love the new album.
Thank you
It
so much.
is really good. It's really well done. I look forward to seeing it live on Friday. Everyone else listening, watching, buy your
Saturday.
tickets. Saturday?
Saturday.
It's released on Friday.
Album
the
release is Friday. The
The
show
gig's
is
the
Saturday.
7th.
Yes, sorry, my bad.
That's okay.
So it's released the same day as this comes out, which is why we were talking about it. So go listen to it. I'm guessing it's on all formats.
It
All
will be
the
on
all
the
normal.
good all the good streaming platforms and on Spotify.
Nice. Formats it's available in.
You can get it digital download from Bandcamp, and we don't have any physical media because we can't afford.
Fast.
Because we can't afford it.
We would
We
love.
bought nice new
Yeah.
merch instead.
We did do some lovely new merch, and we would love to do physical media down the road, but it's like priorities wise, in it's so much it would have just delayed it for another fucking year, basically. So, which we were like,
Because
okay,
nobody
time's
wants
right.
CDs
Yeah.
anymore. Nobody
Yeah.
wants CDs.
I buy CDs.
And do you buy CDs?
I do, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I still have all my CDs, but since getting a car that doesn't have a CD player,
That is a problem.
Apple
Yeah.
CarPlay, I just don't use them anymore.
Yeah,
I can't
tend
bring
to-
myself to get rid of them.
Well, no, that'd be sacrilege.
It would be terrible, but
It would.
I also don't have a place to play them, and I also
Yet.
don't buy new ones anymore.
Yeah.
But like the main one that people would want to buy is vinyl, and that costs a lot. to
That-
press.
yeah.
That costs a lot. To
It
press.
costs a lot.
It
Yeah.
costs a lot to press. Although I
lot to
would
press.
love to hear it.
I would absolutely. Yeah, as I said, it's down. We're not ruling it out down the line, but
James Scarlett, if you want to.
Jack White.
So yes, sorry. It will come out on the Friday, which is the same day as this. So listen to this, listen to the album, give it all the likes, give it as much attention as we can because it deserves it, and then go see these guys play it live in full on the Saturday, the 7th. Jesus, I'll get it right eventually. Yes, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys will have fun and there'll be
It's
naked
gonna be
ladies or
very
not. I don't know if where
We'll
we're on the line with this. Anti-nudity, but we love.
anti-nudity. No,
Absolutely
everybody
not.
will keep their clothes on.
on fully.
Please.
That's probably actually unlikely.
It will be good, structured fun.
Yes. Which is what we aim to offer in all things.
And there'll be a game of pass the parcel halfway through the set.
What's
I
the
wonder
prize?
I was going to say, what's the prize? That's a secret. You have to buy a ticket to find out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a ticket to our next show.
Sign me up, Scotty. Yes, as I said, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Good luck
thank
in
you.
everything that you do in the future, and we will see you next week.
Brilliant. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Will do. Thank you. Round of applause.
And just like magic, you managed to clap Killian away.
I did,
What
yeah,
just
well.
happened? Nope, didn't work. Oh, this could be a problem for
Shit.
the show.
Lost my lead guitarist.
Oh, that's gonna be awkward.
It is gonna.
Oh, well, I guess. So then, I guess we're done.
But yeah, roll credits.
No, Killian had to run off and do other things as life is in the way. So we
Life
just
is.
thought we would go through some of the gigs that are coming up because it's only fair to do because we spent time researching it and it's good to give some bands some shout outs.
100%.
Jen, I'm going to hand over to you because I've done all the talking.
You have indeed. Carrying the podcast, Tom. Well done.
I know.
So, starting from the day this comes out, I suppose.
Yeah.
We have kind of mentioned this briefly in the last episode, I think. But
Yep.
yeah, Friday, the 6th of February, the day this episode comes out.
And the Epimetheus album comes out.
And the Epimetheus album comes out.
Free plug there for you, no problem.
You can go to Z Alley if you want to go see Ancient Malice, who are Death Grind, Under the Ashes, who are Death Thrash, and Anxiety Chord, who I still don't know how to describe them, is Russ's band. Everyone knows Russ. You can also go see Nyrak, who are black metal at the best pub in Bristol, aka the Griffin. And you can go and see the Underdog Heat 1 with Heat what? I?
I.
Oh, I.
Yeah, A, B, C, D, E,
Ew.
F, G, H, I, J, K.
Oh, I don't like that. Why is it not 1, 2, 3, 4?
I don't know.
That's weird. That's weird. John Spencer, if you're listening to this, that's weird. But yes, go to the Underdog Heat I. Go see Avicide, who are alt metal / metalcore. Cult Trexie, who are new metal. Hope Through Grace, who are metalcore. Moat, who are electronic metal. Redshift, who are fucking mint.
Redshift are sick.
Oh, that's so
They're
good.
really
Prog
good.
metal. And World Error, who are fusion metalcore.
Yeah.
Redshift, I think, have got a really good chance of winning that. They are the band who I once saw get through a Metal to the Masses Heat with a Rush cover.
Ah, yes.
They did a medley of.
That
they
makes
did
a lot of sense.
They did I think
Yeah.
they did a bit of 2112, a bit of Spirit of the Radio, a bit of. It was just a lot of Rush mashed together, and it was like, yes, this is sick, awesome.
They might as well be Rush, really.
And I'm here for it. I love
Yeah.
Rush.
I think-
So I really hope they get through their heat.
I'm surprised they're in that, actually. I thought they would have been, I don't want to say bigger than it, but not at a competition
I
level.
think they're actually in quite a good position this year because overall the competition seems to be less heavy than it's been.
Yeah, there's a lot
Over
of
the
pop
years.
and indie in it this year.
And so if like one of the two heavier bands, because obviously there was another metal heat that was won by, I can't remember,
Yeah, that was 7th
Martyr
January, I
Saint,
think.
who I really wanted to win it, didn't win it. Because I like those guys. They're nice. And
Jen's quite fond of them as well.
They've
I'm
got
quite
they've
fun-
got a
yeah.
lot of potential.
Yeah, they're cool.
I was sad they didn't win the heat. But you know they are in Metal to the Masses as well, so they might get through it. Fingers crossed for them. Anyway, with
good bands
two
in it.
heavier bands, if one of them is like the technically really really competent prog band, that's like you're going to stand out. You're going to get good judges' points.
Yeah.
If they can get through their heat, they've got a good chance of going far. I would say.
33 and third chance of winning.
Yes. 60% of the time, all the time.
Anyway,
Seventh?
WWE fans, I hope you enjoyed that one. So, Saturday, the 7th of February, we have briefly mentioned some of these as well. So, first off, we've got this. Who are they? Epimetheus.
Don't bother with that one. Don't bother with that one.
You can go see Epimetheus at the Exchange. They are playing with Row of Ashes and Horror, as we have just discussed. Go watch them. It's going to be fucking sick.
It'll be awesome.
We'll most likely be there, so come say hi.
I'll
buy us a
definitely be
pint.
there.
Tom's definitely going to be there.
Yeah.
I've got no excuses. I work two doors away from the Exchange, so
You'll have to be there.
I have to be
You'll
there.
have to be there.
Yeah.
I have to be there. You could also, if you wanted to go upstairs and downstairs and flip between, you can go see BYOB, who are a System of a Down cover.
Band. They're not just a cover.
Just one.
Yeah, they're just one cover.
They play BYOB and that's it.
Yeah, they just played BYOB on repeat. Their drummer must be exhausted.
That would get tiring. Listen to that on repeat for
It would.
an hour and a half, 2 hours.
But yeah, you could flip between two. You could also, if neither of those really float your boat, but they should, you can go to the
Especially
Griffin.
Epimetheus.
Especially Epimetheus. Can you say Epimetheus a lot, really fast?
Epimetheus.
Oh, shut me up.
I'm but I'm in the band. I have to be able to.
You're a professional.
Yes.
You can go to the best pub in Griffin. The best pub in
Griffin.
Fucking hell, there's a reason I don't talk much. Right. You can go to the best pub in Bristol, aka the Griffin. You can go see Fearlin, I think, who are post-black metal.
Ooh.
Route Zero, who are progressive metal. And Hiereth, who are atmospheric black metal. Atmospheric black metal.
What happening that night?
So, yeah, a lot of metal.
There was a lot happening.
You can also go to the Golden Lion, and you can go see Nildum, I think.
Nildum?
Nildum, who are Crust, Ashes of Death, who are punk, Disciple BC, who are Bristol-based horror punk, and Docile, who I've definitely heard of. I can't remember where I've seen them, who are Bristol Crust.
So you can have black metal, you can have doom, you could have crust, or you can have System of a Down, all in the same night.
One System of a Down song.
Yeah, just BYOB on repeat.
The tent, I think, Ben, last time you were on, we were talking about this because it had just been announced, but the gig is now coming up, which is Faytooth.
Oh yeah.
Which is Tuesday the 10th at the Fleece. That must be right up your alley, right?
I have to go to that one, yeah.
Faytooth are mint.
They are great.
Yeah.
They are
For our
really
listeners, that is solid, straight up doom, but
Yep. with
fairy.
I'd say like fairy-ish.
there's a lot of that stuff going around right now. They're not like, they're slightly heavier than Castle Rat, but Castle Rat kind of have that kind of same vibe. It's like fantasy and cool, but yeah, Faytooth are great. That'll be a good show.
So yeah, that's one for you, and you probably have time to get tickets, but I don't think it's sold out. Jen, do you want the next one?
Yes, so next one. If you guys remember our good friend Mr. Alvaro, who came on, Magic Malka, he is doing another magic show here at the Griffin, so that will be on Thursday the 12th of February. The last one was really, really fun. Definitely come and watch it. Is mint. I'm definitely going.
Buy some beers while you're here.
Buy some beers while you're here.
Next one's a big one, but it's not in Bristol.
Yeah, so if you like Motionless in White, you can go and watch them at the
Utilita Arena in
Utilita.
Cardiff. That's a good venue.
It is.
Is that the one that used to be? Has it changed its name?
It used to be the Motorpoint Arena.
That's it. Yeah.
But now it's sponsored by whatever it is. Utilita sell. Is it insurance? Who knows?
Yeah.
They sell something and they
Same
sponsor
business.
the
Have
arena.
an arena.
I like Motionless White. They just released a new song as well, so I suspect they'll be playing that because it'd be silly to release a song and not do it, right? I don't have a ticket for that. I might look
I
into
don't
that.
want them to play their old new stuff. I want them to play their old stuff that I know.
Do you like Motionless White?
No,
I didn't think you would.
no, just in general. When bands play their new stuff, go to see their old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to come out and celebrate metal on the saddest day of the year,
What do you mean the saddest day of the year? You're married.
Valentine's is a shit day
Well, why is it sad for you? You've got a wife.
because it's expensive.
It's not wrong.
Yeah, fucking every place is packed. You can't just go for a normal meal or anything. It's just fucking consumerism for the sake of it. You don't need the 14th of February to tell your
It's
wife
it's a racket run by the gift card industry.
Absolutely.
To sell.
Here's another fucking pink bear you don't need.
That's what I feel about Christmas, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that's a racket run by the greetings card industry too.
So yeah, if you'd want to not take part in Valentine's, you can come to the Croft instead and watch some sludge with Telepathy, which I'm pretty sure is a pretty big band in the scene,
Yeah.
but I don't know much by them, I have to admit.
No, they're one of the big names. Again, because I just put albums on, I couldn't name you any of their songs.
But you do.
But I do know them, and they are good. And I would be going to that, but I am actually, my Valentine's Day plans are quite good this year. I'm going with my girlfriend to watch. We're going to London to watch an orchestra play the soundtrack of Stardew Valley.
Oh, what? Can I come? Can I third
It's
wheel?
going to be so good. Yep, it's going to be brilliant.
The summer soundtrack is definitely the best.
I think it's the winter one.
Oh, really?
But it's still going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
See, because winter, like, yeah, the soundtrack's good, but like when you're playing in winter, oh my god, it just gets so long and repetitive, and then I get bored of going mining because that's kind of all you can do. Then spring rolls around and you're like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
I have got about
almost
1,000 hours in this
real
game.
Life.
Yeah, almost. Who do you marry in Stardew Valley?
I thought I threw a curveball.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't actually play the game.
Oh, do you not?
My girlfriend that plays it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I was really hoping we could have a little nerd out session about Stardew.
I'm sorry, Jen. I famously don't play video games very often at all because I don't have time. But no, I mean.
So you don't have time to play video games, but you have time to read a Scientology book.
Yeah, because that's my. I mean,
sorry, I can.
It's
cut
not
that
a Scientology. It's not a Scientology book. It's a. It was. I was gifted by a friend who buys me weird books. A work of fiction by L. Ron Hubbard that he found in a bookshop, first edition of. Before. When he was like a pulp sci-fi writer, just churning literature out. He's one of the most published authors ever. Before he wrote Dianetics, I think the book was called.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, that's an interesting thing to have. I'm glad that I own it as an object. It's interesting. I'm going to try and read it. And it was shit. It was shit. So I got about 25 pages. I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this. And so the same friend got me a different book called Swastika Night, which is not a great title, but you will understand why it's called that when I explain to you what the book's about. It is about far, far future where Nazism has taken over, and Adolf Hitler has been mythologized as like, you know, like a godlike figure, and then a man making his pilgrimage to Munich, where the beer hall putsch happened, finds out that, oh my god, Hitler wasn't the 8-foot tall, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, muscular man that the myth says he is. He's actually what Adolf Hitler looked like, and then that gets him into trouble. The interesting thing about this book is that it was written in 1935.
Ooh.
Before World War II, just after Hitler came to power.
So we're preempting it.
Yeah. The woman, I think she was from Devon, just was obviously like, saw that this was going on and was like, this is clearly the sort of thing that will
it's either going to become a Bible or make me millions.
Yeah. And I don't think it made her much money, but I saw it and thought, oh my god, that is so
cool concept.
That's
so
wild.
So interesting that you predicted that.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a time traveler.
Maybe. Who knows?
Probably have a different book.
Who knows?
If you're a
Gigs.
time
Back
traveller.
to gigs.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry,
Rather
that was
than
a big
rather than the
curveball.
strange books that I read.
The 16th, which is a Monday, is the Heat 2 Metal to the Masses.
Who's playing in that?
on
When's
this-
Heat 1?
Heat 1 is
Heat
Monday.
1 is, Monday.
Oh, sorry, is
coming.
it Heat II? I was on Monday.
Yeah, the 2nd of February is the so
Who's
Monday
in-
coming.
Who's in both heats?
Heat 1 is Jewer, Painted as Monsters,
Oh, they're cool. I played with them in Hereford once. They're a cool band.
Buried in Bermuda, Colour of
I'll have to
Bone,
go then, won't I?
and Augmentia.
I have to go and see Buried in Bermuda. Support the lads.
Absolutely. And then the second heat, which is the 16th, which people have to go to after this comes out, is Bear Pit, which is metalcore. Horizon's Demise, which is metalcore again. Smiling Politely is post-hardcore. Elusius. Progressive new wave of American metal.
American metal.
What?
That's what they're described as.
Who the fuck described them as that?
Themselves, apparently.
What?
Unless
What?
there's more than one version of that band.
Hang on.
Quintona, who
why
we chatted
are
about in the last episode, I think it was, who are very good. They're modern metalcore. I'm looking forward to that heat, actually. It's right up my alley. And some good bands in it, so I think the competition is going to be quite tight this year.
It is going to be tight this year. I saw the big announcement. There's lots of big bands. I mean, Dead Rubber Dolls are they're playing obviously. And they did well at the O2 Academy. That it'll be. I think Colour of Bone, who are a band that I've also played in a little bit, are in there as well. And I've got my fingers crossed for those guys because I like. I mean, if I had the time, I would still be in that band. But
Really?
I loved playing with them. They were so much fun. But I don't have. I physically don't have the time.
You have 3 bands. I think you're enough.
Physically don't have the time. They're a great band. Martyrs Saint are in it.
There, yeah.
I think they're going to do well. And Tropic Rot. Lots of good bands.
On the same night, you have... I'm not going to pronounce this.
Sanguisugabog.
There we go.
Sanguisugabog are playing in Bristol.
Yeah!
Wow!
And I think it's sold out, so there might be some resale tickets. I got mine on resale.
Them. I heard of them first through that meme, the Instagram reel.
Yeah.
The ginger guy said, "This is the kind of music my friend Travis likes." Oh, the song's over, and there's a dum dum dum, and he's like, I love that reel so much. But they are a good band. What date was that on?
That is on
16th of February,
16th, which is a Monday.
Ooh, I might be seeing Deftones that night.
No, you won't,
No,
because
that's the next
that
day.
is the is
2
it the
days.
next day?
18th.
Yeah, that's the
18th.
18th.
Yeah.
I'm going to that.
I'm going to that.
I'll
Nice.
see you there.
Can't wait. Oh, I love Deftones.
Yeah, that's going to be a good gig. Supporting them, though, is Fulci and Gates to Hell and Celestial Sanctuary on the Monday. So that is a kick-ass line-out, really.
Sanguisugabog.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That would be cool.
Jen, want the 17th?
Yeah, so on the 17th at the Exchange, you can go and see
It's
Moll,
Pancake Day.
I assume. Are they pronounced Moll?
Oh,
Moll?
with the
With the
yeah.
slash
I think
in
it's
the O.
Mull.
Mull.
I think.
Can go and see Mull. Who
I shouldn't
are.
have. It might be wrong, and I've just made myself look like a twat.
Well,
We get it wrong often, so...
yeah, we have bands messaging us like, oh, hey, yeah, thanks for shouting us out. You actually pronounce it like this.
Yeah, their record that came out recently was quite good. I liked it. I might
It'd be
go
up your
and-
alley, shoegaze, black metal. So.
Yeah.
We also have Tane, who are industrial noise, so that sounds fun.
Good city for it as well. Bristol's got loads of that stuff.
Yeah.
And Cold Night for Alligators, very cool name, who are prog metal. This gig looks mint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's at the Exchange.
that is at the Exchange.
And you can eat your pancakes before you go and then enjoy some good music.
Oh yeah, it's Pancake
It's
Day,
Pancake
isn't it?
Day.
And not be eaten by an alligator because it's a cold night for them.
Well played. You need a little bump in there.
Psst.
Next day is Deftones
The
in
Deftones.
Cardiff. I'm looking very forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to support the fucking
Who?
Denzel Curry.
Uh,
That's going to be shite. I'll be drinking at that stage.
I mean, I could just get there. Really. I mean, it's fine. I will never have as good support for Deftones as when I saw them last summer in Crystal Palace. Because
Oh,
they
you were
had-
at that one?
They had Weezer. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
Absolutely scintillating. I mean, I love Weezer. They get a lot of people either love or hate Weezer.
Yeah.
I love Weezer.
I think very good.
And they were brill.
I imagine they're just fun on stage as well.
Yep.
Did the crowd pop off when the
I
I
filmed it and I sent it to a load of people.
Nice.
I'm 14 again. I love it.
Yep. Get absolutely Weezered, idiot.
I love it. If you're not going to Cardiff to see Deftones, shame on you, firstly. But there is also a big gig in Bristol, being Avatar and Alien Weaponry.
Alien Weaponry is
That's the one. So yeah, that's in Door 2 in Bristol. Fuck that, That's also a big gig, though.
Yeah, it's a big Avatar are not really my thing, but
I like them.
for the things that they do very well.
Yeah.
It's just not really for me. But Alien Weaponry, awesome.
Yeah. I saw them at Gajira a few years ago.
That's cool. I saw them at Download like the year that they blew up, and they were all like 17. Flew halfway across the world to play Download. It was amazing.
That's a pretty cool thing to
That
say,
first
though.
record was. Well, I haven't really kept up with them much. I don't know what they sound like now, but that first album they made sounded like Sepultura but Maori,
Yeah.
or however you're supposed to pronounce that. I'm not going to attempt to butcher it.
I think you did right there.
Yeah.
We knew what you meant.
I liked that record because
Yeah, it was different.
It sounded like it was like what they did with Roots, but
Yeah.
in a different language. I was like, yes,
Totally agree.
like
yeah.
this.
Totally agree. On the same night, if neither of those gigs are doing it for you, you have We Are the Catalyst, which is alt metal. You have Electron, which is modern metal. Jesus.
Modern metal.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the tag of modern. It's a bit of a weird one to put in there.
All bands that are playing metal now are modern metal.
I think you should take it from like traditional heavy metal and you don't sound like you recorded it in the 80s kind of thing.
I'm sure the band are great, but I'm not sure if I like the tag modern metal.
I'm the same. We also have El Capat, which is Gothic Synth.
Nice.
So that's interesting combo. And that's at the Exchange. So another good night of metal on the Wednesday the 18th of February. Jen, what next one?
Yes, so on Thursday the 19th, fucking hell, of Thursday the 19th of February, I don't know why I struggle with that so much, you can go to the Dame, which is in Bedminster, and it's next to the park, the skate park. What's the skate park called? I don't know why I'm struggling with this. Anyway, you can go see Hell Awaits. Why can I not speak? Hell Awaits, which is an old school death and thrash club put on by Mr. David of Black City. So, yeah.
So he likes his old school records. Be a good night.
DJ Savage. You can also go to the Golden Lion and you can go see Ultimate Disaster, who are raw hard. That is a good name. Raw hardcore punk. You can see Sweet Fantasy, who are punk. Mortal Filth, who are Swedish death metal style, but from the UK.
Mortal Filth is a good band name.
It is a good band name.
Good band name or good band?
Good band's name. I don't know them.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting one to find because they describe themselves as Swedish death metal in sound. But
Well, it would be like
they can't be
melodic
Swedish
death
death
metal, wouldn't it? That was what the Swedes were really good at.
well, yeah, I think it was kind of going more towards the kind of original Swedish death metal, which is
Also
the kind
like
of
Entombed.
yeah.
Kind of, yeah, okay. Still
Which-
cool.
yeah, well, absolutely, yeah.
Still cool. And with a I like that the hardcore band have specified that they're raw.
Yeah,
What
As opposed to
as
cooked
opposed to
hardcore?
polished hardcore, like
like all other hardcore is.
Like a salami.
well, I mean, I guess you've got bands like Turnstile now who've got they're playing that kind of music with
Yeah.
a machine to it. It's okay. I rescind my comment. You might now need to,
That was one example, though.
you might now need to qualify that your hardcore is raw.
Raw and dirty. Should we just do one more day, Jen?
Yeah, so on Friday the 20th of February, you can go to the Golden Lion again if you'd like to and go see The Grey, who are post-metal.
Oh, they're a great band with Row of Ashes. That
With
Row of
yes.
Ashes.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, Row of Ashes, a Bristol-based post-hardcore sludge. You can go see, Jesus Christ, what? Ogives?
What gives Big Ben?
Ogives Big Band.
Big band.
Who are
But it was Jeeves. Jeeves Big Band.
Bristol-based progressive metal / sludge. And you can see System Degenerate, who are a Bristol-based
I think
industrial
I
metal.
played a gig with them like 10 years ago.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I don't really remember anything about them, but I remember that I played a gig with them.
Nice.
I was
Go on,
young.
right,
I was
mate,
young
so-
at the time.
Well,
That'll
yeah,
be a good show. I played with the Grey here, supporting Dunes. Cool stoner rock band. Sound a bit like 1,000 Mods.
Cool.
Yeah, the Grey are great. And then I saw them again at Art Tangent, and they got the guy from Willhaven out to do some vocals for them.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cool. They played a couple of their own songs. They got the guy from Willhaven out, played a Willhaven song, and then the Willhaven guy sang on a Grey song for the end. It was a cool set. I don't know whether the Willhaven guy's coming with them to this show, but they're great. They're really cool. Nice guys too.
I keep missing them, so that might be one I'll actually go check out. That sounds fun. Where's my phone date? Stop doing stupid things.
Cool. And on the same day, you can go to the O2 and go see Adrian Smith of Iron Maiden.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. How do I say this? Richie
Kotzen.
Oh.
vocalist and first player of the Winery Dogs.
Wow. That's a cool show.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing, the duo together.
I mean,
but
there'll be loads of Iron Maiden
it
stuff,
will
won't it?
be, yeah. Which
I
I'm
like
over.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I mean that's
Are you going to the festival?
which
The Iron
festival?
Maiden one at Nebworth this year?
No.
I can't wait. See the Darkness as well.
Darkness is the first
And
big band I ever saw
Airborne.
live.
I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, throwback.
Airborne were the first rock band I ever saw live. They were
Similar story for me with Darkness.
I love Airborne. They're so good.
Modern AC/DC. What's not to like?
AC/DC plus Motorhead equals good.
And just knock off 50 years.
Yep.
They must be getting on a bit now, though.
Yeah, AC/DC certainly.
Well, Airborne though. Cool. Or you could go to the Griffin and go see De Profundis.
Oh, De Profundis are
De
cool.
Profundis. They are progressive Black and Death. Sidious, who are black metal, and Matcare. Matcare?
Yeah.
Maatkare, who are Black
Yeah.
and Death.
Sidious is a banging name for a black
It
metal
is,
band. Awesome name for a black metal
Yeah.
band. And it would have to be a black metal band.
Yeah.
too.
As soon as you see the name.
So
you know
good.
Yeah.
So good.
That's a difficult night because there's a lot of good stuff on that night as well. I'll probably beat the Griffin for that one, even though I do want to see Adrian Smith and the Grey.
Depends on how... it'll be the Grey for me, but it depends on how... I can imagine those Adrian Smith tickets being really expensive.
I suspect so. Yeah.
For what they are.
Oh, I'm just going to take a break from Iron Maiden, shall I, while I tour around small venues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'll make loads of money doing it. Well, he probably won't actually.
Doesn't need the money to be fair.
Who's going to
does
buy?
he?
People are not going to buy. Are you going to want to buy Adrian Smith specific merch?
You know, there's going to be all guys there that will.
Yeah, they will.
That'll
yeah.
have had every Iron Maiden t-shirt since they started, and now they just add that
all
one
of
to
them.
it. I can only go to work wearing Iron Maiden because that's all in my wardrobe. I mean, it'd be a massive wardrobe.
It's true.
Right, I think that's the end of the gigs. We won't go into gigs we've been to this time. We can cover that in the next one because this is going to be a long episode, I think.
Yeah.
So Ben, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me once again, guys. It's been a pleasure.
It's been awesome having you on with your other hat on.
With my other hat on.
And yeah,
I'm sure I'll be back at some point.
All right, well, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
And good luck with the gig next
you.
week.
Thank you,
I'm
thank
looking
you.
forward to seeing you. And
Yes.
yeah, rocking out with you.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And I'll shout out the guys in Vulture God playing. Obviously, by the time the episode comes out, the gig will have happened. But playing Glastonbury at the King Arthur tomorrow
Nice.
night with them, supporting Frog Lord,
Awesome
which will be
lineup,
cool.
yeah.
Awesome lineup with our friends in Phantom Droid. Love those guys. They're fun. Experimental doom, cool band.
Cool.
And Nomad Lizard, who I've not seen.
Cool name though.
But I think they got quite far in Metal to the Masses Somerset last year, so
Nice.
will be interesting to check them out. It'll be a good gig.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Frog Lord. They're really good. They're
I
really
think
fun.
Vulture God are okay as well.
Yeah, they're all right. So yes, thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, John, for letting us do it as always and letting us set up here. I would say thank you, David, but he didn't give us the album review this week. Shame on you.
Thank you, David, anyway. We love
you.
David.
We do. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We've been Fuel for My Fire, and we'll see you in the pits.
Goodbye.
I believe in
Clap.
somebody.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.